Well, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Something happened over there. Don't know why that's going on. We'll fix that here. There we go. A couple things before we get started tonight. If you know someone who wants to play a GMeric game, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them about either getting on the waitlist for a campaign slot or getting into a one-shot. We'll be doing some more one-shots soon, so look for those announcements first over at the Patreon, which is patreon.com/GMeric, and then subsequently in the Discord. And then after that, we'll do it publicly out on social media. The Patreon over at patreon.com/GMeric is where we do announcements, where we announced the new dice that we have available. Those dice are available right on the front page of gmeric.com. We have the Mosaba dice, the Snowflake Sparkle dice, and the Frost Blood dice. So go check those out. They are really cool. They come with slightly oversized D20s. They're super sharp-edged. They're beautiful dice. Go check those out. And they all come with their own metal dice box. We also have the GM tip videos, archives, and podcasts over on YouTube. If you do want to watch a ton of D&D content, go check that out. We've got hundreds upon hundreds of sessions for you guys over there. Lastly, next Saturday evening, we are going to be hosting Bubble Laser here. So come hang out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a lot of fun doing some adventuring in Reston near Fort Crag. So come hang out for that. Let's go ahead and get you guys started because we've got a lot to cover today, and you guys can play some D&D instead of listening to announcements. So,
The announcements get longer and longer as Eric's career goes on.
no, the announcements have shortened by a lot. So, you guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, you're down here in Shatter Shaddai, where you have come to seek revenge upon a person who poisoned Niamh Dorcadis, and last week delivered him into her clutches. She has sworn to usher him to justice in Grindavik and has taken him away for teleportation. She has paraded him through the city and has gone away with him. Now, you guys are currently residing at the home of Lou as you decide on how you'd like to proceed with dealing with a Rakshasa that Tyro owes a favor to. You guys have managed to erase the magic that was cast upon one of the books that was supposed to be returned to her. What would you guys like to do today?
All right,
Zoya and Granite, you've both been granted inspiration to start.
Thank you.
We can't just start this session off after you cliffhangered us at the end of last session with a bunch of stuff.
Mhm.
I think we could, but we're not gonna.
So,
Friggin' trinket redemption turning into, wait, party comes together for knowledge roll.
yeah. And
And what did we learn?
I wrote a speech.
You
Oh.
were
God,
speech.
speech.
He sent me a page in a quarter of lore at the end of session last time, so
Was it
$20?
everything you ever wanted?
you might find out.
$20.
All right. I'll
So, we had the 3 items. Hold on, what were the actual items for this? Not that document. Not that document. Bottom of this document. We had a blackstone, barbed chain, and an evil key. And rolled a, I want to say a 34 on the knowledge check.
correct.
Alright. So, as we look down on all of these, Vernok's eyes will just kind of widen and he'll look at everyone and politely tell everyone, we should all have a seat. There's much to tell about what Niamh just left us.
Are they dangerous?
That I don't know without us actually casting Identify on the items themselves.
I mean, just have to say the word.
Well, let's hear what Granok has to say first, and then we'll decide if that's necessary.
This
So
was specifically on the black stone, I believe.
Yes, this was on the specifically the black stone. I hadn't had a chance to roll on anything else, so we might have more. All right. So I'll kind of make eye contact with Tyro as well and say, Leslie might appear, by the way.
Terrence is gonna freeze up and is like, why? Are you gonna get me killed?
No.
Gonna get us killed.
But if she
Yeah.
is listening, she might hear something and pop in and either have statements or questions. But I thought
I just-
you would appreciate having the forewarning.
I don't know if that makes me less or more on edge. And I'm pretty sure as soon as you say that, she's going to be whirls around. Is Leslie behind him?
For a second there, Tyro, you felt a chill run down your spine. Maybe she's still behind you.
He whirls around again, like doing a full 360. Tail goes out. And...
Zoe's watching this. Is Leslie behind Tyro?
From Zoya's perspective, there are shadows whirling around Tyro. Tyro, you see a shadow near your tail.
Up again. I'm just looking down.
Alright,
I'm
so
jumping
level,
away.
calm down. Let's get back on topic.
Okay, so Tony's gonna go. Leslie, do you want to just pop in now? Apparently, because if Granex says you're probably gonna pop in, I guess it's serious enough. I trust him.
Shouldn't we ask
Here.
the hostess?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Look at Lou. How she is with impromptu Archmage home invasions?
If I can say one thing about her, Lou, she's cute.
She's met her. She's
Oh,
already
yeah,
popped
she has
in
met
at
her.
least once.
Really?
And these ones.
Okay. Yeah, no, then Tyrus doesn't need to say that. It's like, are you okay with this?
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay, so what's the thing that'll probably get my get her to come if you just say
I
it?
mean, maybe we shouldn't go out of our way to summon her if she's busy. Like, she's kind of one of the biggest heads of
I'm not
the
trying to.
consortium.
I'm not trying to go out of my way to. I'm saying that the name of this creature might do it.
Yes,
But
you're
that is
not
all
trying to
bes-
go out of your way. Pyro is.
Look, I'm just trying to say, like, if we want to just pull the band-aid off now. Anyway, proceed. We'll see what happens. And he sits down on the couch.
Matilda will sit down next to Tyro.
Zoe will sit on Matilda's lap.
Maybe did you get bigger? Anyway, sorry.
Correct?
So Granok will take a deep breath, look around at everyone, and say the name Morzithis. No appearance.
The room darkens slightly at the mention of this and is physically colder. This is a word that should not be thrown around lightly.
Oh, neat.
Gesundheit.
I'm assuming you all felt that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I could probably.
Can I?
Oh.
No, no.
Let
you
her talk.
If that's word summoned something, I don't know. I could try talking to the air.
Tyro does that all the time, and he doesn't get much out of it.
Nah.
How
Okay.
about I just tell you all a short story?
All right.
I think that's probably best.
That name is an ancient, near-forgotten god of cold, necromancy, and entropy. Not merely a god of winters, but of inevitable creeping stillness that claims all things. He represents the final end, breaking the cycle of life and even sending gods and souls to the eternal frost. His appearance is stuff of whispering nightmares, described as a towering, emaciated figure clad in tattered robes of frost-rimmed void, the edges of which appear to dissipate into nothingness. His face obscured beneath an angular, ice-carved mask, devoid of features except for 2 sunken hollows where eyes should be. Pits of absolute blackness that seems to swallow all light. Those who've studied him, those who have studied him are few, but have theorized that he's not merely a god, but a remnant of the universe before this one. A being of entropy that predates even the pantheon of Toivoa. He never ceased to whisper to those who longed for an end to suffering, promising the peace of absolute stillness. Unable to truly destroy him, they instead bound his avatar deep beneath the sanctum of Starfallen, chaining his essence within the black ice of eternity, ensuring his influence could never again spread. Though, this being why our dear patroness might have shown up. His greatest enemy in the battle was Imkael, the god whose domain directly is in opposition to his ideals. Where Imkael ensures death is a transformative process, our other friend corrupts it into eternal frozen stagnation.
But you got 3 ways of messing with that. You got necromancy that denies death. You got MKL, which is a transformative death, and then you got this to just stop.
What?
Damn.
What item brought about this name?
That was just the rock.
The rock? Huh?
Like, are you asking the
It's a
same
very
character?
unfortunate rock.
Yeah,
That's what I need all of
or-
you to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Dexterity
What?
saving
What?
throws?
As you feel first the ground begin to shake, and then the lamps begin to rattle, the chandelier rocks in your house. Those of you who do not succeed on a DC 20 dexterity saving throw will fall from your seats and be knocked prone. Anything that is on any shelves is knocked off and falls to the ground.
Yeah, I
An
use my
earthquake
inspiration.
has struck Toivoa.
What?
Like,
Was this
how did you
natural,
know that?
or
How would I know that?
How would you know, Tyro?
this also might be, again, words have power. This also might be the fact that telling the story could also have brought some magical bullshit.
By the way, I
Kira
use my
from his
inspiration.
from his place on the ground will blink and say, "Alright, that was pretentious."
Oh, fuck.
Vernock will stand up and offer a hand to those around to also help stand up.
Matilda is going to head for the door.
Yep.
Zoya is going to as well.
An aftershock rocks the house a second time.
A what?
An aftershock, a second earthquake.
Oh, you get a multiple of them.
So another dex saving throw?
Yes, please.
What if I don't get up?
Ooh.
Then you will simply roll
Ooh.
around.
Oop, turn it back on the floor.
Zoya on the floor.
Okay.
Kira never
Well,
stood up.
you could fly.
Safe.
That's true. But she walked.
Okay.
Like a fool.
Tyro, you've been granted inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Kira is going to give this a little time to see if there is another aftershock before
I will-
standing up.
Here,
Yeah, I was
you've
gonna
also
say,
been
I'll,
granted inspiration.
I'll crouch down rather than be fully standing and make sure nothing falls onto people who did not leave for the door if there's a third aftershock.
I already have inspiration, so that could be refunded, I guess. I don't know why it's not
Okay.
wasn't showing up before.
Well, I had it check marked as having been used, so you're good.
Sorry.
All good?
By the way, out of character, would like out of character, I don't know. It's like, how long do we have to wait for this shock to stop?
Do you know? How would you
Does
know,
Tyrone
Tyro?
Yeah, has Tyronius experienced earthquakes before?
Not that I'm
Non-magical
aware
active.
of.
Okay.
Matilda, you're
Terry's-
heading towards the door.
Yes. Matilda is going to be looking for people outside that might need help. People inside the house seem to be okay, other than things falling off the shelves. Nothing is collapsing in here. Matilda is looking for people outside who might have been,
You go outside, and
Trapped.
guards are dealing with anyone outside who needs assistance. They're taken care of.
Yay, having a military
how many
help.
guards?
Oh, Shadow Shaddai is crawling with guards. You look outside Lucy's house right now, and you don't know where all these guards came from, but there's easily 30 out in the street outside of her house. Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Tyro, I'm not sure what you're clacking, but it is very loud.
Oh, sorry about that.
Matilda,
28.
with a 28, you look at the number of guards that were quite instantly here around Lucy's house, and you realize Lucy's house is watched and or protected by the government on a regular basis. These guards were already here. They did not just arrive. Big Brother is
Wow, Lou.
watching the outside of Lou's house.
Because they don't want to watch the inside.
And for the record, Matilda, this is not a surprise for you.
Well, she's also literally the next door neighbor to the Grand Library.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense to have her house watched for just in
Exactly.
case he's.
Mm-hmm. Especially considering the clientele that come and go from here.
Yeah, you add everything up together and you go, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. Actually, also Matilda, you
Okay.
you do.
All right. Well, if everything seems like it's going well, then she's just gonna kind of look up and down the street
Okay.
and then step back inside.
You see food carts off in the distance where the fruit has rolled off and into the street. Food vendors are picking things up. You don't see any injuries.
My cabbages! Sorry.
So you guys re-enter the house.
Stood up
Okay.
in the time they've been gone.
Sure.
Yeah, at that point I would help. Again, people stand with no third reverb.
No third earthquake.
Pardo Reaver.
How's
No,
the
Ricky,
rest
Ricky,
He
of the
definitely
group?
takes Granok's hand when she goes to stand up.
Should we go to the windows and should I check the city? Any buildings fall over? Sorry.
Zoya's just laying on her front because she fell over and her wings are spread out so she doesn't roll.
Well, realistically, the government should have most things in the city taken care of.
They're pretty good about that.
Granok will look towards where I'd had the objects placed after Neve left and make sure they're okay.
They fell off and are on the floor.
I'll use one of my bags on my belt to pick them up gently and put them back onto the table.
Very well.
Well,
What are the others
that's
doing?
just what I've learned from understanding who has the power over these items, and over specifically just this one. I have not attempted to study the other ones yet.
So,
Do we want the other ones to be studied? Never mind. He looks at Granok. Silly question.
I look ashamed, august, and horrified all at once.
Yeah, Kier is mollified. He realizes his mistake.
So all three of the items are in relation to this story, are they? Not just the
That-
little black stone.
We don't know.
I don't know. I've only studied, barely looked at the rock, felt its touch, and understood.
Huh.
I have not really done anything to look at the other ones yet. Essentially, Neve just left. I grabbed the rock and went,
Yeah.
oh shit, and then session ended.
Right. I was wondering if we'd check the other items out, which we haven't. Okay.
No, we were in overtime. I said I want one.
Alright, is the room still that really, really low temperature?
No.
No? Okay. When did it stop being that cold temperature?
You don't know. It was distracting.
Alright.
Well, on that note, do I start studying the other ones and start rolling my religion checks?
Do you?
I mean, how urgent is this? Like, what time is it? I guess.
Approximately 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Approximately 8 p.m. Do we have anything else we want to do before we confront?
Realistically, it's bedtime. It's bedtime. We need to get our full rest in, and we need to identify the items on the table technically with a ritual or a cast.
So that's more what I was saying. Is like, there's anything we need to do tonight to prepare for the encounter with that lady?
Oh, with the Rakshasa? Probably not.
All right, then by all means, get to studying. And Kier will stand and say, "I'll try and make a conducive study experience for you." Which for me is usually food and silence.
I guess the real question is can I get the assists off of anyone for religion checks?
I'm not proficient in religion.
No, not me.
I am. So yes,
Huzzah!
that's what the yes, I have proficiency in religion.
Yeah. Alright. Heckin's not here, so we don't get bardic inspiration. And then I'll just ask for guidance from Lou, I guess, as well.
No, I don't have guidance.
Who was just giving guidance? Was it? It was Kier.
Oh, that's me. That's me. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Alright,
Kier,
so...
to cast guidance, taps a tuning fork on your shoulder.
Ding. Does it harmonize with the glaives that I got from the one person?
No.
Damn it.
Nice try.
Okay, we should get it. Tuning.
Alright, so a 24 plus a roll 1d4.
And
28
which
what's
item-
the second item?
What is the second item you're doing?
Let's go with the evil key.
Evil key. The evil key appears to be related to the first piece of lore.
Appears to be related. With that knowledge, can I figure out how?
No, but you can associate it with being part of that worship. You don't have an
Okay.
idea of what that goes to, but it is definitely associated based off of the iconography of the key.
Got it. Alright, and then the last item, which is the barbed chain.
Sure. That is another religion check, please.
I'm gonna inspiration that
You
one.
get inspiration of 20? Okay.
Yeah, because that was only a 9. That was only an 11. I want better. See?
Let's go.
See?
All right.
31.
Cool. Let me get that information for you here.
Another page and a half.
Yep. All right. So
In theory, you could have asked for Kier's other thing for a +5 on that other
Flash of
roll to try to get.
inspiration.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's there. If you actually, we haven't had our long rest, so let me double check.
I was gonna say I don't know how many you have left, but I would have asked for it on the last roll to break a 30, and I didn't because I forgot until just now, so it doesn't matter.
Sending this to Grenak through Discord because it's way too much to put into.
Hooray!
Why do I feel like? Why do I feel like Granak's like I know the wiki of World Anvil, wasn't it, Eric?
World Anvil, where we have ToivoaRPG.com. You can go check that out.
Yep.
We've got tons of lore on there, but some of the lore is still private to individuals. That's just what's publicly available.
Yeah. Just saying, it's like at this point, I think Granak knows more than the wiki.
He does.
I probably know more things than people know than on the wiki by accident.
There you go.
Question, Eric.
The chains.
What did you
appear to
send
be-
me?
Huh?
Like, I understand you sent me another god, it looks like. It's just,
Yep.
Is this what's related to this one? This item
Exactly.
instead?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh god.
God damn it.
Exactly. Damn.
Hold on, I'll be back, guys.
Uh-oh.
Continue without me for a few minutes.
Years later.
Listen, it's not quite as long as the other thing he sent me, but it's damn close.
Look, you asked for lore. I provide.
I know. It's more of
Hey.
like, oh crap, now I have to read with my dyslexia mid-session. Good luck, everybody else.
I mean, hey, what was your slogan? Level up your gaming with GM Eric. Here's proof.
Yeah.
I mean, do you wonder why I spent an hour and a half prepping for session before this session, trying to... I wrote a speech, damn it!
Look, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Good job.
Look at all the
Oh.
extra effort you put in for this game.
He's awesome.
Speech.
So,
I reckon, well,
what is Kier doing during this time?
Yeah, you all take a few minutes to do a thing. I'm actually gonna deafen myself for a couple of minutes to be able to read easier.
As he's poring over that spiked chain, Kier, what are you doing?
Kier is prepping food for him to keep him going for his study session.
What kind of food are you prepping for him?
He's going to consult Matilda because she's gotten to the nutritionist background. Be like, hey, so you normally optimize our meals for physical excursions, but what are like green foods?
Oh, that's easy. Fish.
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 All right. Time to see if she's got fish.
Lucy,
Hmm.
do you have fish?
Oh yeah.
What kind of fish do you have? What kind would Rana keep here for you?
All kinds. Lots of whitefish. I think salmon, and not that salmon is whitefish. That she would have whitefish
Actually,
and additionally
is
salmon.
best.
But like she's her favorite is like sea bass, or haddock is really good. I think those would be the biggest fillets available would be haddock and salmon
Okay.
and sea bass.
For preservation purposes, these are smoked. So, Matilda, you can find some smoked salmon and smoked sea bass and some salted haddock.
Okay, well, Matilda would recommend the salmon for people who are doing a lot of brainy work. And then for everybody else, take your pick. It's all delicious.
is it like soft or chewy?
Uh,
Oh, no,
it's
so-
smoked. It's not
Okay.
jerky, but it's smoked, so it is soft, delicious. You could put it on a sandwich. You could. Oh, you know what?
Juicy.
I know
slap it on some
exactly the
bagels with
thing.
some lox.
Yes, lox. I was just thinking
Mhm.
lox bagels. Do you have
I
any
got you.
bagels in here?
course I have
Matilda's
bagels.
like opening up the pantry.
You guys are talking about bagels, I'm reading about Cthulhu.
I thought you were deafened.
I just got back and all I hear is bagel talking.
We were making
Priority,
you
man.
brain food.
I'm
priority.
close to enough of everything. Kier, I have questions for you.
Oh no.
What's up, Renak?
Ashlyn
Uh-oh.
and Clara, what exactly did you take from her?
He stammers a bit and says, one moment, I'm looking at my notes so I can answer your question succinctly. If I took notes about this, which I may not have. Bad take. But he'll say, "No, I know I took notes on this. What is it? I'll find the notes on it later. But the book that I took from her was basically her little, well, her checklist of awful magical bullshit she wants."
Alright, I found it. It just was not in my normal notes spot. Okay. Eric, those
Sure.
items, the Black Heart of Nalgor, the Eye of Azura, the Bloodstained Dagger of... Oh my god, brain work. What the hell letters are those? Is it Ezirak?
Mm-hmm.
And or of the Soulbind Chalice. Can I insight if any of those are related to or roll knowledge to know if they're related to
The new one?
oh god, yeah.
Let me go check my list here. Yeah. Pulling up the list here so I can talk intelligently about it. Because I have to go look at those items again.
I was like, I don't have physical descriptions of them, I just have what they were.
Yep. Just a sec. I have to pull up the notes for this group as far as that goes, because I didn't expect us to go talking about her at the moment.
Listen, I still have questions, like 12 questions from the other knowledge check that I rolled that I haven't had a chance to ask yet.
Of course, no, we're good.
Where did I put those, by the way? Here we go.
Yep,
Is your brain just... Sorry, no.
pull this
I've
up.
been sitting on this for a week with Google Docs.
Yep. All right. So I seem to have misplaced that note. Trying to find it. All right. One second, guys. Trying to find.
When you ask oddly specific questions.
All right,
Getting
here we
the
go.
result.
So trying to find those items. All right, so I apparently have misplaced that list of items. No, these would not be associated with these gods.
Okay. Because my first thought was that Ash might be the chosen of this guy, and now he's not, and okay.
No, I'm going to go ahead and negate that one. She is
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, alright, this is a clear, quick answer to that. So
Yeah.
it's just completely different,
completely
new
independent.
evil serpent Cthulhu god thing.
New to you.
Yeah.
Another campaign got involved with this 2.5 years ago.
I'm gonna assume Covet's group?
No.
No,
the train
2.5
wreck.
years ago it would have been, yeah.
The train wreck.
Okay.
And they literally hit it and left. And they were involved with this for the better part of 5 minutes.
Neat. Alright. This is a lot of information to say without having a script written for myself.
All good. You don't have to reveal it all. Just, you can reveal as little as you'd like.
That's what I did with the last one, but that's why I had it written as a script, because
Sure.
my brain is dumb. Alright, I guess at this point we can just kind of, if we want to do identify on them, we can either cast or ritual cast on them. I will
Okay.
get stuff written down.
All right. So what's the plan?
The spellcasters that with identify do some identifying, I assume.
I'm following Grenok's lead, so if he tells me to identify something, I shall do.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned.
Okay.
Matilda
that.
is making delicious lox bagels after picking up all of the broken and fallen crockery in the kitchen.
Cool.
Alright.
I will say start with the oh god, I have so many documents open.
You're welcome.
Start with the Blackstone and the Evil Key, do the Barb Chain last.
Okay. The Tyrannus is going to get Dizzy to be the one touching these.
Sure.
But he's going to start with, as Grenok said, so you said with the Blackstone first, ritual, pop.
Okay. Dizzy dies.
Yep.
Whoa!
That's why I fucking did it with Dizzy. Like, and wait, has he... Okay, I do need to clarify because there's a possibility. He poofed? Or is he just stopped moving and it's a dead rat on the floor?
Dizzy has been destroyed because he suffered more than 1 point of damage.
Oh, okay, right. So there is a damaging aspect to this, right? So he is just poofed into his...
Even if he takes half
stupid
damage, he's gone.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
The item is stupid cold, and I had resistance to cold while touching it.
Correct.
Okay,
Actually, I don't
so
think
I'm
you
gonna-
ever touched it.
No, correct. It was just placed on the
Right.
thing, and I never touched it. You just
Right.
mentioned it was cold being near it.
Correct.
So yeah.
I think I could probably I have a piece of leather here, and she ruffles through her pocket and pulls out a piece of leather. I could try grabbing it with this. Try to identify it like that.
That might not work because you actually need to touch it.
Hmm.
Just get ready to medic me. And he rubs his hands together, warm them up. And
Okay.
oh, here we go. Granite
Gestures vaguely to Lou to be on standby.
She rubs her hands like they're those things from the ambulance.
Defibrillators.
Yep.
Defibrillators, yep. Rubbing her hands like a
Here,
defibrillator.
Here actually has some of those for his provider.
As a question for Lou, when she does this, does she put that gel between her hands?
Of course.
Okay.
Good contact.
Yeah,
Good.
it has to be warm.
Understood.
Oh yes, no, for contact. Yeah, for that, for sure.
I don't need to ask where the
Alright.
gel is kept. Thank you.
1, 2, 3. Bap. Gonna put it down.
All right.
Yep, touch
You're going to cast Identify on the gemstone?
Yep. Let's go. How much?
All right.
do
So
I need to make
I need a
con-
wisdom saving throw, please.
Gotcha.
You're shooting
You
for a
get plus-
I'm gonna
24.
re-roll that.
Yep.
I'm shooting for a what?
24.
I can give you a +5 if need be.
You get
Yeah,
a
I'm
plus
gonna-
1 from me being nearby.
Oh, that'll hit it then, if you're up for it.
All right.
All right. Yep. Flash of genius.
Awesome.
Make it a
So,
27.
Cool. So,
And a 28 from Granite.
so you are going to suffer half of 72 damage. So
Okay.
you'll suffer 36 necrotic damage and cold. Is necrotic and cold.
36.
Yep.
Right. You just see Tyrannus just shrivel, like, stop.
Unexpected, or the expected result, sadly.
All right.
I live.
Yep. So let me get you what that is. So this is, and I get you the right one here.
Ah, the right cold stone of death.
Yep.
Nice to know there's more than one.
So you are not a worshiper, so that's why you had to take that. Tyro,
Mhm.
there's
Yep.
that. Enjoy.
Oh, okay. So, Tony pulls his hand off and goes, "Oh shit! This is a amulet of devoutness. If you don't worship the deity it's attached to, do not fucking touch it."
Alright.
I'm also gonna
do,
put that in the
do you want me to
Friday
do
Night
the
Lights.
key?
I'm almost wondering if I want to.
I could do the key. If you don't feel comfortable.
I'm more uncomfortable with you doing it,
Why?
because then
Here
it would be me.
gestures vaguely to the current state of Tyro.
Yeah, and he looks like he needs to rest. Not go immediately touching another thing.
Right. He's afraid that's going to happen to you.
Yeah, if you guys just give me some buffs, I can just
I-
works his shoulders down.
Lucy's gonna hold her hand up. She's like, Zoe requested that we stop treating her like a child. If she wants to do this, let her do it.
Okay.
Alright.
Zoya looks up at Lou and she smiles. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate
Are
it.
you
Got you,
full?
girl.
Are you full HP?
Oh yes, I am.
Excellent.
I don't
Lucy rubs her hands
have
again.
any more flashes of genius.
Alright.
What about bardic inspiration? Can we use that for saving throws? I forget.
Mm,
I'm not sure if Hecken is in their room or if they're in this room.
I mean, in theory, she would be. She would probably want to be listening to the lore, right?
Yes, Hecken would come
Yeah.
out and grant you bardic inspiration.
Alright. That is a D8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
An extra D8 if you need it.
Alright. Zoya is going to reach out to the evil key and cast Identify
Cool.
as a ritual spell.
It's not magical.
Well, I can confidently say that this is a very ordinary key.
Which she still-
I didn't say that.
She
It
still
is-
knows
it is-
everything about it, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It says that you learn in any magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires too many to use and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it. So, yeah, there are no spells currently affecting it. It is not a magical item. You don't get any lore about it. It is not a magical thing. At the
Congratulations.
moment.
Yeah.
I can confidently say that this is a very non-magical key.
But did you learn how to use it?
No. How? It's a key.
It's
You put it
spell
in a
I'm thinking
lock,
of.
and then you turn
She
the
learned how to
key.
use it. I'm teasing. Sorry. But okay,
You're
what's
hurt.
the last
Rest.
one? Anyway, so what's the next
Well,
one?
The last one is. Gosh, I forgot the name of it. What? was it?
chain.
The
The
chain.
chain. Yeah,
The
barb
spike
chain.
Yeah.
chain.
Alright,
Alright.
still.
Zoya's gonna reach out and ritually cast Identify on the barbed chain.
Okay. So as you ritually cast Identify, this takes you a minute, or 10 minutes, right? Because it's ritual?
Casting time is 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, as your fingers graze the surface of the artifact, your thoughts lurch. The room vanishes, pulled away like a tide, receding too fast. You are not yourself anymore, Zoya. You are drifting in the belly of a dream not your own. You float, weightless and alone, in a void of ink and bone. Around you, stars blink in and out of existence, each one replaced by the lidless, watching eyes of some great serpent. Far below, beneath a film of writhing black water, something ancient stirs. A ripple breaks the surface, then silence, then a shape. Something vast and serpentine coils beneath the black sea. It does not swim, it lurks. Its scales are wet stone, its breath like the crushing presence of ocean floor. It does not rise. The sea itself rises with it. A colossal eye breaches the surface. It blinks once, and reality shudders. I am Retrava. The voice slithers through your mind like oil through a crack. The drowned hunger. The memory between dreams. The water burns with shadows. Cities sink in reverse. People walk backwards into the sea, smiling with open mouths but no tongues. You see yourself among them, smiling, drowning, forgetting. A great maw opens in the sky, filled not with teeth but with silence. A yawning truth that unnames all things. You understand for one terrible moment that Retrava does not hate you. Retrava does not know you. You are less than a whisper in his dreaming coil. Then you see the artifact again, spiraled with barnacles and bound in salt-caked chains. A priestess of bone is feeding it blood. Yours. She murmurs a name with reverence and fear. Retrava, he who gnaws the world's roots. The vision snaps. You are back in Lucy's room, but something still clings, a slithering echo in your mind, the smell of brine in your nostrils, and a pressure behind your eyes. A deep, instinctive terror that somewhere in the dark he is listening once again. Zoya,
How long?
there you go.
How long would that interaction would have taken after she touched it?
6 seconds.
Sadly, that's about how long I would have given her to say something before I would have jumped in.
Like the moment that she gets back, she's gonna be like, okay. Hi. She's still holding on to this thing.
Hi.
Look like you had your
Hi.
life.
I
Flash
go up
before
and
your
give
eyes.
her a big hug.
What? Oh, thank you.
Are you okay?
I think I am.
What did you see?
Oh, there was this there was a,
Think-
a few things.
You want to sit down while you tell us?
Yeah, she's just gonna be. Well, I'm gonna read through this item, cause wow, that is a lot.
Say, accept you're welcome.
You're
Who asked for
welcome.
this?
I did.
Just get your brain belted by Cthulhu. Please, sir, may I have some more?
I didn't say Cthulhu.
No, Cthulhu is a
Withdraw.
generic term.
No,
Retrava.
this is a beaver god, clearly gnawing at the roots of the world.
No,
the
beavers
one
gnaw
time,
at the trunks of the world. Grubs gnaw at the roots.
the one time you could easily make a dragon joke and you're overshooting it. Come on now.
It was right there. Nice reference, by the way, Eric.
Whoa. Oh.
No Nidhogg joke. Go on.
Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna share this with the party.
Describe it
Did you?
instead of just pasting.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So this before I get into what I saw, this chain, and she's gonna lift up the dark metal chain that is longer than she is, so it sort of like trails on the ground. So if you take necrotic or I guess mental damage, it doesn't hurt as bad. If non-gods are trying to scry on the user, then they fail unless they're like a god or something. You can teleport up to around 60 feet to a space that is somewhere in either dim light or shadow, and once you appear in that location, you get like these shadow chains around you.
Do they hold you down?
I don't know. It, from what I understand from what the spell has told me, it says that they vanish after
Oh.
appearing. So
That is cool. Finger guns.
yeah. After taking about like 8 hours to rest, you can either cast counterspell or dispel magic without using up magical energy. Okay.
Huh.
I'm assuming without using the spell slot.
Yes. The exact text over the table. The pendants subtly influence reality around you. Once per long rest, you can cast counterspell or dispel magic at 5th level without using a spell slot.
A 5th level.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Though there are some downsides to using
Right.
this chain.
Mhm.
You're unable to benefit from healing potions or spells unless they deal necrotic energy.
So is this
Apparent-
an
Yes, it is an attunement thing.
Right.
If you heal up during your rest, it still works, but all normal healing methods
Yeah,
fail.
potion and magical means.
So basically, it's requiring you to be undead.
I guess so. The user of the attunement chain here, they aren't as insightful and they aren't as persuasive. So you suffer a disadvantage on insight and persuasion checks.
Okay.
Each time that you do the teleport thing, oh gosh, there's a small chance that you could lose part of yourself. This over the table, each time you use a shadow step, roll a d6. On a roll of a 1, a fragment of your essence is drawn into the void. You immediately take 4d10 psychic damage, which cannot be reduced by any means, and your maximum hit points are reduced by an amount equal to half the damage dealt until you finish a long rest.
These things are horrible.
Yeah. And
Generally,
if you once you put this thing on and attune to it, you can't remove it without divine intervention or
that's
remove
awful.
curse.
I hate that.
Remove curse.
for flavoring.
Remove curse at like 7th level or higher.
God damn. 7th
Yeah.
level.
Yep. I hope I did that well.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
That was great.
We certainly don't want to touch them or attune to them.
Indeed.
So now's the question: what do we do with them?
That's a great question. Now do you want to hear about what I saw?
Absolutely.
Think I saw?
By all
So I cast identify on the chain, and once the spell fired off, I'd sort of drifted off into I think it was unconsciousness. I'm not sure, but the room just disappeared, and then
Huh.
I was in this sort of black void with eyes? Question mark? Eyes? Stars? I couldn't tell the difference. And then I was on an ocean shore, and there was this big snake with one eye, and it called itself Ritrava.
Looking at Granach.
Yeah,
Your
she's
braces for
looking
the
around.
shadows and earthquakes.
Yeah.
I can fill in the details of our good friend there. Go on with your story, though.
All right. So, this creature named.
Let's not say that again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's I'm-
Matilda says as she walks into the room with a big plate covered in these lovely, like, lox bagel sandwiches. Anybody hungry?
Oh, wait, no, I gotta finish my story.
You can do that in
Braces
each.
in hand.
She will start passing out sandwiches. You'll get one.
Okay, thank you. So this snake monster is just it was in the water just away from the beach, and I saw people, including myself, backing up into the water while smiling, and it was really unnerving because nobody had tongues.
I mean,
And
you
Gear
can't
touches
speak.
his tongue
Yeah.
self-consciously.
Yeah. Everyone was smiling while backing into the water, and nobody had tongues, so it was really unnerving.
Hmm.
And then,
I mean,
and then it faded from that, and to, I don't remember the exact details of this, but it faded to someone feeding, I think it was blood, to this snake and praying to them. And then I woke up, I think. That's what I can remember.
yeah, that'd be a lot to dump on her head. Damn.
Yeah, I am alive, I think.
Good job. You get a commendation for that.
Yay,
Plus
thank you,
one.
Captain. And she grins at
Gear
you.
nods in respect towards you.
And then she's gonna start eating her bagel. The chain is still on her lap.
Probably want to move that. Like,
So, I will, after placing the sandwich on the table for Zoya, I will lightly grab the chain with the bag that I had nearby for the other objects earlier to put back onto the table.
Okay.
And then I was asked for explanations for people, and I have written something down finally.
nice.
I'll post the whole thing later, but I'll tell you what I got written down. Well, without repeating our friend's name again, is a sea serpent primal god of the sea, nightmares, and like the kraken, but alkaline infused in the ocean, killing everything around it and sent. Oh god, everything got put in here weird.
You got this.
But yes, the main things he's... I'm just gonna read it out of Discord, hold on. The main things he are known for is, in his domains are the seas, nightmares, and darkness. But, madness is not far from there.
I mean, you said nightmares, right? Like, yeah, isn't that sort of, madness adjacent?
So, what are the odds the next forgotten deity we learn about is like the god of cinnamon toast? Because
I already know how to make cinnamon toast crunch.
I could
Yeah.
really use something low key like apple cinnamon spice compared to madness, the end of all things.
To
Yeah.
be fair, what were you expecting?
I wasn't really expecting anything.
Valid. I came here to try and find my brother again. I didn't expect to be dealing with, I guess, I don't know what to really call them other than
The boogeyman?
Eldritch
yeah, I guess
monstrosities from before time.
both
Butts
of
and
those
treasures?
No, the third one I sort of expected. First and second I didn't expect.
I just went out for some beer and cigarettes. I didn't have to expect ew. Yeah, so, should we give those to the consortium then? For safekeeping?
That's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
Or, stupid idea, that, and he points to the gem, give it to the MKL temple here? Or do we want to give that to, Leslie and say, here?
I will kind of stand in front of all of the things. Well, we were the ones entrusted with the items, so one way or another, I don't think we give them to the temple here. We've had too many interactions with it at the moment. If we were going to give them to somebody, I would much rather give them over to Leslie.
Fair enough. We need to see if I come back in peace. Alright. Ugh.
Alright, now I have a bunch of other questions still that I haven't asked yet. Oh, where did I put that document? Here we go. Can I roll to find out if I know where the Sanctum of the Fallen Star is?
The Sanctum of the Starfallen?
Yeah, that one.
You can roll.
Neat.
This is a history
You
check.
can always roll.
Let's see
Cool,
what you
history's
get.
better than cartography check anyways.
You can certainly try is the correct phrasing on this.
Right.
Oh,
Can I once again ask for assistance from somebody with proficiency?
In this case, no. This is not something that
Cool.
someone would be able to help you remember. This is going to be, did you study it or not?
Cool. Then I'll just ask for guidance and a prayer.
Guidance is fine. Yes.
I got you, fam.
Guidance and a prayer. Shit. I don't have
Got you,
inspiration
fam.
either.
You can have mine.
Okay.
Guidance is literally a prayer.
Tyro's going to grant you his inspiration.
Yeah. Oh, it was almost a 17.
Oh, what?
We get 3-4.
Yep.
You need the 2. All right.
No.
So
Are you gonna use your-
unfortunately, I'm sorry.
I said not unless anyone's got another inspiration, but
What do you roll?
Granek, you've been granted inspiration.
Oh,
Oh,
there
cool.
you go.
yeah, I'll just use my own. I'm trying to find out the location from when I was reading earlier, the Sanctum of the Starfallen, which is the possible location of the god that was named earlier.
Snake or...
No, other one.
Okay.
The shadowy earthquake one. Oh boy.
No.
All right.
We tried.
I guess I give you mine.
You
Yeah.
got nothing.
Please roll above a 10.
There we go. 28.
That's the ticket.
So Granak, and I can type this one in and roll 20 for you here.
As soon as I rolled above a 10, everything was fine. But it was just, it was always so close. It was like 17 flipped to 10.
Dude,
Yep.
sometimes rolling double digits on a 20-sided die is hard.
Yep.
True and real.
There you go. Hope that helps.
Can I see the map?
Of course.
So accommodating.
Gladly. So here's your map.
Uthurg.
Welcome, Twitch viewers, to the Lore We Regret episode.
You're
the
thinking of
Friday
Uthurg
Night
down here.
Yeah. God, I now have to go look through more notes, Eric. I know I have notes about that from something.
What can I
episode.
say except you're welcome?
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'll be back.
Control F is your friend.
Lore hounds. Lore hounds. I love lore hounds. You guys are making this awesome. Cool. So, Matilda, how are those bagels?
Well, I'm enjoying mine, and kind of half paying attention to all this stuff.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm gonna
Tyra,
have
what
to
are you
go
doing
look
in the
through
meantime
all my
while
other
he's
documents.
doing these studies?
Tyrannus is just watching and kind of lazily flipping the Jagger around in his hand after he's eaten.
Okay.
Also wrapped up in some, like, hopefully he would have tried to find a blanket and just, like, warm up.
Okay.
This
Lou, what are you doing
document.
during
Control
Grenek
F.
studies?
Having a bagel.
Okay.
Just kind of hanging out. Having myself a think-see.
Kier, I know you're doing guidance on him and stuff, helping him out.
Yep, Kier is standing by as assist and like fretting over the Eldritch artifacts.
Valid?
In fact, he makes sure to like dig into his tinker's tools and pulls out a set of pliers in case these things need to be handled that way.
Okay.
He just puts them on the table in case anybody needs them.
Sure. After all, what's the worst that could happen?
No.
I don't ask that question. Why are you asking it for me?
All right.
Ugh.
So, Grenek, what you doing?
I can't find it. There's two. Oh, wait.
There's too much lore. Oh no.
Heard a recent rumor about the sector of Uthurg seeming to be infected with similar darkness north of the mall and corruption and eyes and the fuck. Oh, wait, I gotta go back and chat. I gotta go back a couple paragraphs. Ignore me.
Nope.
Good.
Not ignoring you. I think this is awesome.
Everybody else can ignore me. I'm mumbling until I figure out what I'm trying to ask.
Okay.
Lucy thinks this is adorable.
Zoya, what are you doing during this time? Do you still have that chain?
Zoya, I think Granok took the chain. I'm
I
not
put
sure.
it on the pile. I put it in the pile with the other stuff, touching it with the bag that I had all the stuff near and on.
Okay.
So Zoya is finishing up her bagel, and after she's done with that, she's gonna sit next to Kier because he's the captain,
Okay.
and she doesn't know what to do.
Awesome.
I not have anything else related to this. What in the hell? I swear I did.
I'm
It
not
couldn't
sure
have
you
been.
did.
No, I think it's just when you introduce Neve Draquatis, it's the only time
Yep.
we heard anything about
Mhm.
it.
Yep. I think that's it. All
Can I
right.
look at the map again?
Sure. We can absolutely look up the map again. I don't mind.
Do we just get him a life-sized map for, like,
I forgot to
life-size
buy it
map.
when it was available for the thing because money was tight.
It'll be coming back soon.
Oh, cool.
Hooray.
In
Oh,
fact,
where-
there's a version of it that's coming soon that is even cooler. So be ready for that.
Even cool.
What am I looking for? What am I looking for?
For
I
I don't know what you're looking for. If you tell me what you're looking for, I will help you out.
I have too many documents open. I'm trying to find it again.
You're welcome to be lost.
Eric, I have 4 Google Chromes open to try to organize my stuff
You're welcome.
right now.
You're welcome. All I have to say is you're welcome.
What can I say? except
Ask and
you're
ye shall
welcome?
receive.
And
People are
Torque
like,
Grove.
I want to go into a full lore environment. And I'm like, all right, bring it on.
Hold my
Bring-
Where is Chantaran Grove?
It is in the
Where do
Fey
I-
realms and not here.
Shit.
The Fey Realms.
Technically, if you want more information about that, you did collect that already. It is located off the coast near Bilgewater, the town of Bilgewater, which is a dismal place of darkness and icky. It is notable due to the stench of the area
Where's Bilgewater on the map?
in the Fey realms.
Oh, in the favorite. Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
hence not here.
Boy, I sure do love learning new things, don't you, friends?
Here, what are you working on?
Let's see. As Granok is going into his thought cave, and Kier's talents are not needed. Gosh, it's going into like 9 p.m. at this point, and we've been doing stuff all
Yep.
day.
Mm-hmm.
what is Shadar Kai? What is that note of?
Kier
Shadowkai
makes
are a
himself
species.
coffee.
He's making
Yeah,
coffee.
He makes a coffee just in case he needs it.
Understood? What does he include in his coffee? Or does he
It's
take it
more
black?
cream than coffee.
Okay. So
Can I
it's-
either roll a new knowledge on that race or
yeah,
No, it's
you
what
can roll a
Neve
history
and
check.
Covet are.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you can roll it. I don't mind.
so I didn't write down what they were, so
Yep.
23?
23. Shadowkai are a species of elves that are related to dark magic. They're generally emotionally distant and are associated with the Fey realms distantly. You would be familiar with a couple of names that are listed as Shadowkai. One would be Tati Rendaja, and I will put her name in chat for you here. You've heard her name at the Longstars Consortium. You've also heard of Covet von Sin.
Oh, perfect. Covet is one. I have a book and a message to send her.
You've also heard of Merlot Rendaja.
Neat. Tell Covet her and we're gonna have a conversation in the morning, most likely.
Okay, I will let her know.
Or at least
What's
whenever
the
they're,
message?
actually available for it. But I'm gonna probably have questions once I organize my brain.
Good luck. All right. So, while he organizes his thoughts, anything else you guys would like to do tonight? No? That's
Nah,
fine.
if this is all that Tyranius is needed for, he's just gonna go to bed and. A couple of scrolls I got.
Carol
Go,
will stay
go,
up
sir.
as long as Granok needs him, and like, do I have a gaming set on?
I'm not playing you in Pachisi again.
Bet I don't.
Gang can second.
I bet Lou has some kind of gaming set.
Oh yeah, Lou.
I will play Twister again.
She'll bring out like a giant Jenga this time.
A giant Jenga. Oh
Ooh,
god.
Jenga.
Zoya's gonna sit out for this one, considering it's a giant Jenga.
Okay.
Right, that thing would be like a little taller than you, huh?
She's 2'3".
Well, no, it's like roughly the same size.
If
Maybe?
necessary, we could use Zoya as a Jenga piece.
Now, hold on, Kira will say. Part of the reason I enjoy Jenga is because my sisters could not use me as a piece. I won't inflict that upon Zoya.
All right. I was just saying, we could.
What games did they use you as a piece in?
Rugby.
Rummy
Oh,
Rugby.
or rugby?
I
would
was
they
about to say,
He was
Did they
the
ever do
ball.
bowling?
he is the ball.
They tried
Yeah.
that, but wouldn't you know it, flailing, screaming orc does not roll very well.
That's why you tie them up.
That happened.
Yeah.
It still doesn't work as well as you'd think.
I mean, I could try to become a ball, and she like wraps her wings around herself, tucks her legs in.
We can play in teams.
For Jenga?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
I mean, yeah, you just take turns like pool.
Oh,
Or
oh.
whoever is on Zoya's team, Zoya can use her super awesome ninja rogue eyes to spot which piece is amazing and should be the next one to get pulled out.
Her
I'll be
passive
on Zoya's
perception of
team.
27.
Yay. Also, Matilda, are you taller?
Matilda grins and stands up from where she was sitting on the couch because she's been sitting almost the whole time. She stands up to her full height and flexes.
Does the armor fit still?
She's not in her armor,
That's
but her
I know
clothes
what I
do look
asked.
a lot tighter.
Kier will stand up and do like the head measuring thing, like where he uses his head to measure Matilda's height, and he'll cross his arms and say, "I don't remember how much taller than me you were before."
Here, that's a lie.
You don't have to roll deception. DM is like, nah, fam, you remember.
All right. You know what? I roll deception. See if I can. Two.
Wow.
All right, so Kier, not only do you remember where your eye line was, you remember very specifically where your eye line was.
Is it where I think it was?
You do remember it being exactly there.
All right. Nothing about Kier's actions change.
Understood?
He does the measurement. He says the words he says. He lies badly.
So hang on. What about getting you to stand next to Grana? Because he was taller than you. Are you now taller than him?
Yeah, she's now taller than me.
Matilda
Eric,
is now.
No, this
taller
is in
than you.
character.
Yes, Grana.
She'll-
Go ahead.
can
Go
I
ahead, Matilda.
roll?
Let's
Okay.
do Matilda first. Matilda?
Yep.
Yeah, Matilda will come stand next to Granok and like look awkwardly at Granok.
I think
and
we're
then-
not seated right now, right?
He did deep in thought,
Yeah.
and now he has a question for God.
Yes.
He seems a little distracted.
Distracted. Yeah.
Alright, can I roll either an insight check or a religion check on if our friend Moores has been the one who's been doing our stuff related to our dreams recently or not?
You can roll the check.
Which would it be?
An insight.
Yeah. Aw, I was almost a nat 20. It caught in the corner.
Unfortunately, no.
Alright, I think realistically, until I get to somebody who's got more knowledge, I'm good for now.
To help with the Feywild stuff if you're still on that topic. That's
I
unfair.
do, but I don't know what questions to ask about it.
I see, okay.
It's not that I don't know you're there, Zoya. I understand, but it's like I don't know what questions to formulate to ask yet.
I see, okay.
Yeah. That whole thing of I'm not wise enough to know what I don't know.
Not even I know a bunch of blank random questions I could ask her and start building random extra information, but like it wouldn't get us anywhere. It would just be using up the time instead of playing the game. I will formulate actual questions to present.
Alright, in the meantime, Zoya's going to play Teams Jenga.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
How
just
many
have
people we got on each team?
we can just have the fun now. I'm done thinking up questions and stuff for right now, Eric.
Okay. So, who's on Zoe's team? I got Matilda, so who's playing with Lucy?
I will play with Lucy.
Okay. Tyra, are you playing Giant Jenga?
Well, I don't know if the Granak, you gonna join? Or you?
No, I'm still using your time while you guys are having fun RPing, and as we go into the next day, building said questions I was talking about.
Okay. Who wants to klutz on their team then? If not, I'll just watch.
Okay. So,
You can balance out Matilda's team because Zoya's not tall enough to, or rather, Zoya didn't want to get knocked over by the towers.
Okay, I'll balance out Matilda and Zoya's
cool.
team.
So, let's get you guys to all roll your sleight of hand checks.
Oh
Oh, yes!
no. Oh no.
Right, not too.
Oh, that was
awful.
almost a 1.
Oh, wait, reliable talent. What did that do? I forgot.
If you roll below a 10, it makes it a 10, isn't it? Or is that the bard thing?
That is correct.
That is correct. That was reliable talent.
Matilda,
Thank you.
your sleight of hand check, please.
I'm sorry, I am holding you back.
All right. So, with a total of 50, Matilda, Tyro, and Zoya will easily beat Kier and Lucy.
Matilda
Damn.
contributes by lifting Zoya to get the tall ones so
Yes.
that he can move them.
Yay.
Cool.
Oh god, she's small enough that she looks like her familiar.
Zoya's glaring at Tyro for that comment.
I think you mean she's large enough that she looks like her familiar.
Is it tall
I
enough?
still don't like being called a familiar.
She's not a familiar.
I apologize.
She's family, damn it.
Familiars are family. He eyes Tyro.
What? Yeah.
No, Tyro doesn't get to use the word family for his familiars.
That is why Kier did that. 'Cause
Okay, Tyro's
Lord is-
gonna
Look, we all know
jack
how
it and walk
long.
off to bed.
We
Okay.
all know how long Dizzy's lifespan is.
Familiars are friends, not food.
Fodder.
Anyways, he's going to cast. Okay.
No, I have a dumb out of character question. Go on.
No, he's just gonna he's gonna go to his room, interject it, and before anything, go and cast Find Familiar to bring Dizzy back this time in an owl form.
Okay. Cool.
But no, I was just going to ask if it was possible to live off of eating familiars.
No.
Nah.
I didn't think so.
Nice try. So,
I would never try. It was just morbid curiosity.
Granak, are there any other studies you'd like to do?
Oh, not right now. I'm good to keep the session going. I'm putting pieces of the puzzle together.
Awesome. Cool. So, everyone going to go to bed?
Yep.
Yep.
How
Awesome.
do the pieces fit? I'm missing something and it's annoying me. I don't know what I'm missing though.
All right. So, you guys can go to bed. Anyone sharing a room tonight?
I'm too distracted.
I would actually like to share a room with Lou tonight.
Lucy will join Zoya. And she'll bring a book and ask Zoya if she wants to read aloud together.
She she ruffles her feathers and gets all poofy and then like sits down in the pillows. Yes. What book?
Lucy, I'm going to give you a book title. If you want to accept this book title, that's up to you.
Oh. How safe for work is this?
Real life
Is this
or
from
not?
my PG section?
It is not from the PG section.
My PG-13?
Yes.
Alright, that's acceptable.
Okay.
She will bring a book called The Fifth Wing.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Lou, you don't know the reference that this is?
You don't know.
Listen, my brain jumps to Fifth Element.
Okay. That's valid. And I love that so much for you. That's great.
Now my brain is a multi-pass and big bada boom. Sorry.
There is a big bada boom in this book. Right, Zoya?
Correct.
Awesome. So, you guys can go ahead and take your long rest tonight.
I don't believe that we would have gotten to the
Good part.
bada boom part before Zoya fell
Now I
asleep.
need clarification on this.
Um,
Just tell me later.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a book called Fourth Wing that it is a adult fantasy.
Oh, I just needed the book title. I'm gonna look it up and probably read it. I
Yeah,
just
you'll
needed to know
probably
what the
enjoy it.
title was.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you,
Is it
you
about
probably would.
Aarakocra?
No.
No.
I tried reading it actually because it's got dragons in it, and a friend told me. Actually, my friend's girlfriend told me about it, and I was like,
Sure.
I'll
Back
give it a
on
shot.
topic. Back on topic.
Yep.
Or,
Take my long rest.
Was it Mayor Amir who went and fought the new risen chosen of the Josazai, the Archangel of Death?
I'm sorry, who did you ask?
What was it? Was it Mayor Amir whose group went to go fight him,
No.
or was it something else?
They actually employed her in order to defeat a dragon. So
Okay.
they were
Wait,
not
what?
counter to them. They actually embraced that character and used them to attack the city of Bourbon and attack Vagradin.
I have so many questions. I don't understand.
it's the tavern, by the way.
And for the
which you
record,
can use.
Grenak, here's the really tasty thing that's going to bake your noodle. Not all of this is related to your campaign.
Well, I knew that.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's why I've been reading 28 pages of notes about one specific thing, trying to find an answer. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I vaguely remember that character mentioning something happening with this when that happened.
Yep, all good. So, as Granek studies deep into the night, the rest of you can get a long rest. Matilda, your outfits have been freshly pressed and are all hanging up appropriately. Your armor has been freshly polished and is on an armor stand.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll just make it work.
Okay?
She's gonna have to buy all new clothes.
You're just going to make that work. Okay.
I think Lucy would have probably like had a tailor come in the next day to adjust and let out an ad where needed if she wants.
Matilda, how much did you grow?
9
Or
inches.
you know, just real quick, throw a quick outfit together.
So, Matilda, would your outfits still fit but be tighter and more revealing?
Some of them, like the white dress, wouldn't fit at all. Those are tailored to fit her a certain way. The stitching would all pop. Some things have some stretch or smocking in it, and she might be able to wear some of that.
Okay.
She definitely wouldn't fit in her armor.
All right. Cool. Well, it's magical armor. Oh, no, it's adamantine, so no, you wouldn't fit.
It's adamantine, it's not magic. She has to get it resized.
She has to get it resized before it's going to work. Awesome. Cool. All right, so go ahead and take your long rest, everybody. Hit the confirm button, and we will wake up the next morning fully rested.
Yay!
Okay.
You guys
Zoya's
will have an
gonna-
omelet station pre-made for you guys, and Ronariel will have left the building before you guys wake up.
Huh?
Is he avoiding Matilda?
Would
yeah,
you know?
probably.
Shit, would I know?
Would you care?
I feel like that's his business and not mine.
I love that the player hates the fact that this is going on.
I know. God damn it, Lucy. Lucy, I
I'm playing
think
my character well.
Lucy would respect that boundary, but like knowing that she has left the door open to Rana if he ever wants to come talk to her. Not that he ever takes her up on the offer.
Right.
But like she has offered and she's not gonna push it.
Yeah.
The player needs to know.
You could
Well,
ask one of the other sticky beaks too.
Like, listen, the player cares. Lucy does not.
right. So the character would not ask. We'll have to find
I
out
rolled
later, won't we?
Yes, we will.
All right.
Turns out he's a
As,
Russian too.
So,
As Zoya,
what's your plan for this morning, guys? Zoya?
as
An
Zoya,
omelet.
Zoya?
Yes, thank you. As Zoya wakes up with Lou, and she's just gonna preen herself, just quickly put on her clothing, button up the vest, ruffle her wings a bit, and look at Lou. The book last night was very nice. Thank you.
Liz stretches and then gives her a thumbs up. She's like, it's a new one. I haven't had a chance to get through it yet, so thanks for sharing that with me.
Yeah.
Shall we get some eggs?
Yeah.
And Lou's gonna lead the way to the omelet bar.
Okay.
Omelet.
Omelet.
Awesome. So you guys go get breakfast. Anyone
Yes,
want to
sir.
do anything special this morning?
Tyrannus is going to do his homework.
All right.
Arcana roll. Oh shit!
Awesome. So let me go grab that. While I'm doing that, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I think priority one, once Kier learns that Matilda's armor don't fit, is find a way to fix that.
Actually, that might be a really, really smart thing. She might come talk to Kier and just be like, hey, I need to go. If we're gonna go do like the turning in the book thing today, I need to go buy armor.
I take it we can't just adjust it.
No, it's sized from here. I'll show you. Come here.
Huh?
And she sort of waves Kier to follow, and she'll go back into her bedroom and start putting on like the the padding and everything that goes on underneath the armor. And then she tries to put the breastplate on, and it doesn't fit. It doesn't latch on the side.
Kira is staring pointedly at the area around her chest and says, I see the problem.
Like, her arms barely go through the little armholes, but they don't latch on this. They can't buckle down on the sides. There's this big gap on either side of her rib cage where you could easily imagine somebody sticking a pointy dagger.
Kira's nodding along.
Yeah, don't even get me started on like the leg pieces. Nothing fits. The boots, the gloves, nothing.
This is going to be an expensive growth spurt, but
Look,
yeah,
I can't
guess
even
we'll
get
need
the
some
helmet
backup
on.
armor.
She puts it on like a hat, like up on top of her head.
Kira, like, visibly covers his mouth to try not to laugh.
No, go ahead, laugh. This is stupid.
All right. Well, I think, yeah, let's go get you some new armor.
I'm gonna need something until we can get this back to Charnellen so that it can be adjusted.
Well, you can get your
We gotta get
inspiration.
it adjusted at Charnellen's.
Yes. Look, this thing has helped me through so many battles. I don't trust anybody else to mess with it.
Thank you for the inspiration.
This is me, not arguing.
Okay. All right then. I guess I'll just leave this here for now, and I'll just be in the padding, and we'll get fitted for something else.
First thing after breakfast.
Okay. All right, I'll eat fast.
Okay.
Meanwhile, in Kier's mind, big.
Not wrong.
Lord.
So, you guys can go get breakfast. Grenek, did
Um,
you stay up all night, or did you go take a rest?
No, in character, I would have taken my long rest, woken up, and done my alchemy chore.
Okay.
That was intelligence roll to try to learn those. 11.
Okay. You don't get much.
Does it count for success for learning how to use it?
Yes.
Excellent. Stickiness, why are you betraying me? This one. Back to reading my notes.
Okay.
I'm out of character reading my notes. I'm hanging out, eating breakfast in character.
Awesome. Tara, what you doing this morning?
Tara comes out with the new Mind Spike spell. And yeah, gonna sit around and with the others and watch and look. Where's Matilda and Kia? Like he's in the kitchen. Sorry. Probably with what, Lou and Zoya are in the kitchen.
I'm great.
Yep. We're getting omelets.
Okay.
Okay, don't worry about those two. I want omelets.
So,
Is
you
it
can
bacon?
help yourself to omelets, Mr. Sticky Beak.
Is there bacon bits?
Of course.
Sorry,
Full-on
this is gonna
bacon
make an omelet that
strips, not just bits.
No, see, Tyrannus is gonna make. Tyrannus is going to make, dice up some bacon and throw it in, and it's going to be like half omelet, half bacon, because greasy protein.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Tekken comes out and looks a little bit under the weather, but will get an omelet and go back carrying a book that she is reading the entire time.
Can I take a look at what book it might be?
No, she will not let you.
Damn.
I feel like Lucy would have definitely made some like honey tea for Tekken.
Tekken will take it without even looking. She just walks past, and takes the cup and then exits back to her room.
Listen, a good book be like that. I burned a Pop-Tart once because I put it in the toaster and then I went to go read a book and I forgot about the Pop-Tart.
Your toaster doesn't auto-eject?
I think I had it set to it's like I normally put it on like 2, but somebody had changed it to like 5 or 6 and I didn't
Monster.
notice.
Whoever did 5
Yeah.
or 6 on a toaster is wrong.
Listen, I know. Well, I'm glad that you agree with me, but I didn't notice because I was reading the book.
Is someone else... Never mind, I'm not going to ask because I already know the answer to that question.
It wasn't my current housemate. It was
Oh,
one of
okay.
my parents when I was like 14.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know.
How tall? By the way,
Which is just
quick
wrong.
out of character question. How tall's Kier and Lou again?
Same
5 foot
height.
something?
6.
5'6"?
Mm.
I think he was 5'7".
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Kier's 5'6". I looked it up. I actually looked it up to see what his height was compared to Lou's. Because she mentioned she was 5'6".
I'm just making the chart.
So, what's the plan today, guys? Is eventually Matilda and Kier will come out.
Yeah, we get breakfast, and then we go get Matilda new armor, and then we go confront a Rakshasa. That's the plan.
Cool.
Can you tell
Well,
us
we
that we
can
need to go
away
get
this
Matilda new armor?
Oh yeah, Kier will say that like he'll join everybody at the breakfast table after serving himself up, and just frankly say, before we do anything else, we've got to get Matilda temporary armor.
Okay, Missy's gonna definitely give a thumbs up for that. Doesn't even have to ask why. She understands.
Do you want me to just sit here so there's no possibility of things, or are we able to get Heckin to cast See Me if I can go ask very nicely?
Listen, Tyronius, I will never ask you to sit yourself out of a mission of any level. That said, it would just save some trouble if that's what you want to do.
It's not what I want to do, it's what's best. Like, again, you're the captain. What do you... Yeah, boss me around, Captain.
No, I'm leaving the choice in your hands. And Heckin's, I guess.
I'll stay here.
Alright.
I'm probably gonna go,
Alright.
go beat the bag a little bit.
Okay.
What
Got
are you
it.
calling it?
Yep.
That turn is... Anyway.
So,
So
Kier and Matilda can go out and get new armor. It's gonna
Okay.
take a while, but
It doesn't have to be adamantite. We just need to find some filler armor.
okay. You can easily find some filler armor. It's going to cost you 3,700 gold.
Sorry, what hold up.
What?
Isn't the running price for full plate 2,500? Oh, she needs specialty. Never
She
mind.
needs specialty armor.
I'm still medium-sized, technically.
No, technically you're large.
No.
She's still technically medium-sized. She has to be 10 feet tall in order to break into large.
I thought... Okay, yep.
All right.
All right. It's
3,700, and you get +1 plate.
no. I
we
don't
could
need plus
You-
1 plate. I just
Need
need
adamantine.
You just need
I just
plate
need
armor?
plate.
Okay. So, 1,200 gold.
There we go.
I really don't like that.
What, 1,200 gold?
No, Matilda's cheap.
Well, that's what plate armor costs.
Yeah, I know. I've paid it before.
What's the grade below plate? Isn't it just like 17? to
Half
18
plate?
as far as the T? No, half plate's medium.
Ah.
Arm.
I'm wanting to spend about 500.
Let's
Okay.
see, instead of plate for 1,500, we can get splint for 200.
Let's do that instead.
But it will be sized to be more than 200.
Okay. So 200 gold for splint armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for the best. We take the hit to AC, but like we're probably gonna have to pay out the ass to resize it at Charnel anyway.
At least it goes to Charnellen then, someone you know.
Mm-hmm. We gotta get it resized at Charnellen's. All right.
All right. Yeah.
And once we get it resized, if there's nothing holding us back, we can finally put this quest to rest. Maybe. Probably not.
Yep. Oh, thank you
Anybody
for
else have
that.
anything they need? Yeah, of course, Matilda. You're you are a we need you in fighting condition, and that includes armor.
Like I wasn't expecting the whole giant growth thing to end up semi-permanent.
I don't think anybody expects a growth spurt after adulthood.
Anyway, let's just go get this job done so that we can go home.
Yeah, I'm pretty sick of this city. I'm ready to be on. Well, he deflates a bit and he says, "Maybe we can get off the next for a little."
Okay. Ready to head out into the town?
Yep, we gather the rest of the crew.
You are kind of quiet right now, Kier.
Oh, hold on. I need to mess with my mic settings. How's that? Putting it close to my face. Any different?
Not really.
All right, I'll mess with it when the camera's not on.
Sure.
But yeah. So once we're back, we collect, we seaming, and we head out.
Cool. All right. So you guys head out into the town. Where are we going?
For ice.
Are we gonna go see the Rakshasa? Yes?
Yep.
Yes, because the
Yeah.
books are despelled and ready to turn in.
Okay.
Do you want me to be?
Many days more than we originally wanted to.
Do you want me to be stealthy while going in, or no?
Yeah, that might be.
Okay.
Although we're just approaching her to get these back.
Well, it seemed. Well, it's a thing she would do. She normally does it. We go a place, she disappears.
Okay.
God, Zoya can't roll under a 29 now.
23.
Or 23, right, that's the second one.
I
All
can't
right.
roll under a 23.
A passive stealth.
So, as you walk in, you are greeted. Hello again. How can I help you?
Lou's gonna look over at Tyro.
Joe's just gonna walk forward the books and go, here, as promised.
Is that easy?
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. She waves her hands over the books. She looks at you. Tyronius. Have you been naughty?
Lucy smiles and says, well, yeah. In several different ways. Do you want to know how?
She looks at you. Yes, please.
So actually, I found out that Tyro's a power bottom, and he does this thing with his tongue that's really fantastic. And well, I mean, I wasn't in this form at the time, but what had happened was, so we got into the shower and we made a huge mess, and it was just like, and he can do this thing with his tail too, and oh my god, his horns, and like, girl, if you haven't been with a Dragonborn, I suggest it sincerely. Like, it was amazing.
Really? Tyronius, how do you feel about a date? I'll make
Maybe.
it worth your while. After all, you've received a glowing recommendation.
Tyranius slowly looks at Lou, slowly back, and went, I feel like my head's gonna pop, but I'm not saying no. Can I get back to you on that? A solid maybe.
Really?
All right. Really quick. As soon as Lou started going into her tirade, like Kier started coughing, right? Because he didn't expect it. Then he covered his face with his hands because he was embarrassed. And now that Tyro is considering this, he is just glaring daggers at him.
When Tyro says that his head is about to pop, Matilda, whose face is so red you can see the glow from inside her helmet, she just squeaks and like turns away.
Look, you don't turn the scary demon lady down. Okay? Just to go, solid maybe, if it helps, clear my name, sure, why the hell not? If it's
Thank you.
backbone of reputation.
Well,
Only.
of course it'll help clear your name. After all, I can pull some strings and spread a good word about the fact that it was an accident. Of course, these books have all of that evidence. Remember, you placed them before the accident in the room, and they would have tracked everything that happened during the true experiment.
Right.
So,
Neat. You should show us how that works.
of course. So, what I can do is I can replay the memories that were captured by these books. And she's going to pick up one of the books and open it. She's going to utter a word in infernal. Does anyone understand infernal?
Lucy does.
Oh.
Okay. The word she utters is replay.
Remember,
And
kids.
nothing happens.
Lucy is staring at her expectantly.
She looks at you. Well, it appears that someone might have erased my evidence. Such a shame. Well, Tyro, my ability to clear your name is going to be more difficult than I expected. Well, I can still try if you'd like, Tyronius. After all, with Lou's endorsement, I'm curious and lonely. I'm willing to help you and your party as best I can. In exchange for one evening, not even a whole night. I don't think it's going to take you that long, she questions Lou. Or will it?
Oh, well, that really depends on you and how fast you get worn out.
Tyro,
Wait, was that to her? Were
one
you talking
evening.
to Tyro?
One night with you, Tyronius, and I will help your party with a favor. Tyro, would you whore yourself out to a demon to help your party?
Thank you for putting it in plain words.
Yep, no. And
Yeah, no?
Tyronius-
Wait, what's... Yeah, no.
sorry, okay. The yeah, no, is the Australian trying to comprehend all this shit. And again, thinking through the character, and it's like, this benefits not just me, this benefits the people who adopted me, who are currently in hiding because of a frame-up. So he's going to say... Sure.
She smiles. Excellent. Tonight, then.
Do you wish for me to come as I am, or as the actual without the seeming? Because right now in front of her is the calico.
She smiles at you, and as she does so, she reveals her fangs. Tyro, I don't care how you come. She grins evilly.
Yep, I said it so that she could take it, right? That's fair.
Oh, she's gonna take it.
Remember, kids, your hands are your best friend.
No.
All right, when do you want
Having
me to
eyes.
pop by?
She smiles. Well, I don't expect you to pop by until the morning. However, I expect you here this evening, 7 p.m., right when I'm closing the shop.
Very well.
Cool.
It's a date then? I'll see you. And he is going to turn around and stand behind Matilda, glaring at Lou.
She's going to
Lou's just
take
giving
the
him, like,
3
thumbs up.
books. She's going to take the 3 books and put them behind the counter. Well, I'm a little disappointed, but not too much. I'd be a little problematic, but I was hoping that at least one of the books would have had the magic still embedded in them. Well, so much for that hope. Lou, make sure your boy toy is ready and clean.
Hey!
I got you, babe.
She looks at Tyro. I'm sorry, Tyronius. Lou, please make sure my boy toy is ready and clean.
I still got you, babe.
Okay. Hang on. Tyrannus is doing that fucking Loki thing of like hang on, I'm trying to fucking it's in the he's not saying it, but that expression in the Friday Night Lights chat is exactly what he's doing now.
I'm pulling it up to see what we were talking about.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights most recent.
Frustrated Loki.
Yes, the frustrated
frustrated
Loki.
Loki.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Well, thank you for working with me, Tyro. Your debt to me is resolved until this evening. At which point,
Yeah.
I expect you to perform.
I mean, who would have thought a wizard turned into a gigolo?
Oh, we're not going to be that base about it. Simply a relational evening to establish fame.
I think I've got fame enough to last, but okay.
She smiles. I certainly hope you have fame enough to last.
I'm not hearing any of this. I'm walking out now.
As you
Okay.
guys can walk out of the store, head back out into the town.
Tyrannus is just gonna walk beside Lou as they walk. It's like, really?
Matilda is going to scoop Lucy up into the biggest hug and just be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you got him out of all that trouble. Thank you so much."
So, I've been again knee deep into not politics. What just happened?
We're getting boinked again.
Neat.
Lucy
but this time
talked
it's a free
Tyro.
demon.
But
Lucy talked Tyro up to the demon. Now the demon wants a snack in exchange for helping him out instead of like his liver.
She said she was going to get his body. She didn't say she was going to get it like that.
Can I insight to see if we're the ones who screwed up and deleted the information that would have cleared Tyro's name?
you can roll your insight check.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
sir.
Totally confirmed.
Beat a 10.
No.
Granak, the stuff that would have cleared Tyra's name was recorded on those books.
Neat. All right, I've still got more questions I'm formulating for myself. I don't care anymore.
Sure. Understood.
God, I want
Instead-
to go to the library so bad.
Instead, Granak, what you missed because your player was distracted, your character stood by as Lucy pimped out Tyro to distract the Rakshasa from consuming him. So instead, she's going to consume him in another way.
You know, I think you won this interaction.
Yeah.
Because she realized the spell was gone, so I was like, well, let's give her something else to think about.
You made the right call. You did wonderful. It was beautiful. It was also terrifying. I can't believe he got out of that alive and we didn't have to kill anybody. Oh, you're a genius.
Let's
You do
Matilda's
realize
just
one
gonna be-
thing.
I'm so proud of you.
Let's,
You do realize
let's continue
one
this
thing.
conversation at Lose.
You do
We
also
go to
realize,
Go ahead, Tyro.
guys. She might just question me in a zone of truth when we're alone, and take me out then.
Well, that's your problem. You agreed to this date.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. But again, at
Well,
Lose.
how do I turn it
Not in the
down
open.
without? How do I turn it down without it being suddenly like, hey, no thanks, and then all of a sudden, boom. Yeah. Sorry, motorcycle just went.
You say no.
We're going
You're
to blame
not
that on a
quite my type.
motorcycle and not another motorized item. Understood.
Yeah, no, that's Tyranius trying to get back to Luz.
Meow.
Big beige blur.
So yeah, we retreat back to Lose.
Back to the.
Okay. So we retreat back to Lou's house. Sweet. After a
So-
quick excursion out into town, you guys return to your sanctuary.
And Kier will immediately take the center foyer, pacing with his hands to his lips, and be like, "All right, Lou, that was expertly done. You expert diversion. Tyro, are you gonna die?"
Probably. Actually, no, it's a certainty. In fact, given my patron's inclination towards being on the good side of the god of death, it is an inevitability, but not one that I'm going to try and avoid. It's just a method of death that is that I'm worried about. And he's saying
Look.
this blank stare.
The method of death coming your way is a method that I hear that
Say it.
people just appreciate.
Say it.
To
Say what you
Valhalla!
said again. What?
Thanks, Lou. Matilda's too shy to say it. She won't say it.
No. You know what Matilda's doing right now? Dies.
No.
No.
What
Sorry.
Matilda's doing right now is giving Lou all the praise and pets and hugs and good job, Lou.
Insert Futurama here.
Yeah, Lou got uppies.
Which
Kier,
Futurama?
as Tyro makes that explanation, Kier wipes his face with his palm. Okay, well, okay. Do we have a backup plan if she is going to kill you?
I can go instead.
No. Well, I mean, okay, hang on. That's a very good question.
What?
No, she'd know it was you.
No.
She also didn't say I had to come alone.
What do you mean? You could go instead.
So Lou's gonna jump down and she'll go and stand next to Tyro and kind of shimmer, and then there'll be another
what? You cut out for me.
Tyro.
Oh god, is that what I look
Well,
like?
that is some really cool illusion magic.
I won't sound like him.
Hang on. Tony goes to Lou and moves to put his hand through the horn.
You gently caress Lou's horns.
Oh shit, they're real!
And
Wait,
they're
what?
fabulous.
Hang
Are
on,
they
hang on.
polished?
For anyone who's a Seinfeld fan, that's a great Easter egg.
Oh shit, they are actually real.
What?
The not Impressive. The not sounding like him would be a problem, wouldn't it? Like, Tyronius's speech patterns are, unique.
Irreplicable.
Well,
This is
Well,
mostly
you've-
because I can't do an accent, so I don't want to pretend and massacre it.
That'd be awesome.
give it a shot, please.
No, absolutely not.
Eric has already done it once, and
I
again,
know.
you.
No, I'm
I have been
I'm-
trying to do an Australian accent for the past 4 months. It doesn't work. I use R's, which Australians don't. Sorry,
We use
Australians.
R's in the upper.
No.
We use
you
R's
don't
in
use
the upper
R. You
octave.
don't use R's. You use Oz.
Yes.
You
Tyronius. Tyronius is using.
Tyrannus.
You using the ahs.
Yeah, it's Tyrannus.
Herodias. Herodias.
Have you ever heard about the tragedy of Darth Pelagius the Wise?
That's it.
Why
It's just-
did you
it's
choose
just-
that as your sample sentence?
Because
It's
that's
just-
always something I hear people do whenever it's like, oh, I need to say something or something like that. Like it's like when you get a pen and you instead of writing your name, you go, have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Pelagius the Wise?
All right, I'm just going to accept that.
Also, it had an A in it that I could really accent.
The Wailing
I
Woods War. Yep.
Why?
Yeah, it's not a wah in. Anyway, I'm not going to get into 40k orcs. That's even worse.
Yeah, let's not.
All right.
In character, I'll just borrow Tyronius's voice. Like out of character, I can't do it.
Okay.
Okay, so you can in character.
Roll a
So you
deception
should be
check,
right.
please, because in character you can mimic the appearance. I don't think you get the voice in with your racial, right?
It doesn't say. It just says.
So it'd be the appearance.
No, it says voice.
It
Appearance
says
and
voice. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Listen, Lou. Well,
So
I think
pretend I
you're
sound
off-
like Tyro. Sorry.
Well, here
Please
we'll
just
go
do
over
your bad
to
Australian.
Tyronius and say, "Listen, Lou. Well, I appreciate your offer.
I'm the
just
real
trying to-
Tyronius.
What?
Uh,
He rotates to Lou. We're just trading one dead ally for another.
Yeah, but I can come back. I can come
What
back.
do you mean?
I
What
got
do you mean
better.
you can come back?
I got better.
Look,
Dead yet?
look. I'm also not going to. I'm just going to say this part out loud. If I don't want to, because I can't say this four-letter word that starts with C, arrive or show up. She didn't say alone. I could have an escort.
Yeah.
I don't really want to watch.
Lou?
No.
Lou?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I'm going to send Lou a message here in roll 20.
Okay.
Or, we could just go home.
No.
Or we could go to the library.
Look,
Look, she's
What?
either going to take my
What,
dick or she's
Tyronius?
it off.
I'm sorry. What Granok?
There you go,
Listen,
Lou.
I'm-
look,
You understand what I'm talking about?
I think so. Yes.
All right.
You do know?
The double.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Lou would think about
That's
that.
fair. That's fair. That is true. We
Yep.
could do that.
That's up to you guys.
What? Well,
I
she
would
hasn't said
be-
anything in character about whatever it is you just mentioned.
Lou holds up her little dragon claws in a shape of a
Little?
peace sign, and says, "Double your pleasure, double your fun."
Okay. I want it
I
on
have some
record.
really important questions here. Like, seriously.
Yes.
All right.
And this one's for Tyronius.
All right.
And I want an honest answer.
You're looking at Lou. So I always
Okay.
love the two twins.
Look, you guys didn't spin around. I know which one is which. She's staring at
Also,
Tyronius.
Okay.
Do you actually want to do this?
Not 100%, but
Well, if
it
it's not
will-
an
Listen,
enthusiastic
let me
yes,
answer the
then you don't
question.
have to.
Matilda, stop. Just let me answer the question properly. I know I get wordy often, and I know a ball gag is what, people would want them, but let me just speak. I don't want my name cleared. I want to not have to get shot at, to not have people who cared for me and took me in as their own for a number of years to be in hiding anymore. I do not want my bullshit to spill over. I would not care if I had walked in and someone said, "Hey, that person, you are not allowed into the city," and we turned around and had to do this like sneakily because I'm just not allowed, that'd be fine. Guess what? Someone wants me dead. And that is interfering with more than just my life. I want that gone.
And you're willing to
I
sleep
am
with
more.
the Rakshasa?
I've done worse things.
Yeah, me.
Lou.
Lou,
Grins.
Lou, you know what goes on. You're sweet.
I'm just
And you're
saying, if you're
very
not
good.
if you're not super enthusiastic about this, I don't see any reason to go through with it. Because a yes under duress is a no.
If Lou is there with me, I will be more comfortable than if I was by myself. The biggest problem I had with it was that I would be alone. Oh god, I just feel so bad
Alright.
about myself. Plus, I'm
Right.
sure Leslie would love the show.
I want it on record that I
You
don't
want it
like-
recorded?
No, I
We
want
can
that
bring
I
Heck in.
don't like this. No, well, like, if she's into it, sure. Like, my point I'm trying to say is I don't like this. I don't like any aspect of it. But please just don't die.
No
Do you
problem.
want me to follow behind them?
Kier starts to say something, stops, remembers that Zoya has specifically asked to not be treated like a child, considers his words more carefully, and says, if you if you think you can without being spotted, I don't trust this woman's capacity.
Capacity for
Like,
what?
a lot.
Yes.
She has so much power I don't understand, and that's if we pretend she doesn't just have a deck of many things in her back pocket.
That's
She-
true.
That would be a cool thing to steal, though.
Kier will slowly turn to Lou Tyro.
wait, Lou. And she's looking at Tyro because she can't tell the difference.
Hold up.
Lou.
Hold up. Look, Zoya, before you get really excited about this, think about what we just got finished doing. We just got finished with having the threat of an angry Rakshasa down our throat, alright? And I'm not against stealing from monsters, but, like,
But they'll be distracted.
Kier lets his face fall into his hands.
But this is your choice, ultimately, Captain. And she leans back in the chair.
No. Remember, I might have been put in charge, but we're our own people here. I'm not ordering you around, which is why I am merely expressing my extreme dislike for this situation. But we're in it, and all of you, and he points to each one of his friends in turn, including the artist that did not appearing in this film, Heckin. You're all your own
No, not.
people. If you think this is the way you, the way you want to go, fine. I'm just asking that you don't get yourselves killed. And do we have it? Okay, no, we don't want the telepathic bond up during that. Maybe he looks at
Well, I
Hacken
mean-
and then chooses not to make assumptions.
To be fair, isn't it specifically Heckin has to
Heckin, yeah.
technically narrate
Yes,
Oh
the
god.
things that they hear?
which is why I looked at Hacken and then chose not to make assumptions.
Heckin's going to, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. Heckin's going to shrug at this point, and I'm going to leave the final decision up to Heckin.
As well, you should.
But I think there is a
Gosh, that's-
non-zero chance that the fanfic needs some narration.
That's
I'm-
gonna be a Discord message.
I mean, I'm just gonna send him a message now. Hey, no, hang on, hang on. Hey, Heckin, wanna watch in through the link
No.
of Tyronius gameplay? No, I'll leave it.
All right. Kier takes a couple visible breaths to calm himself. Just
Tyronius is gonna get up and go to the shower.
just be smart about this. That's all I ask. And if something goes wrong, make some kind of emergency signal.
Don't worry.
I'd rather sort that out beforehand, considering I'm probably going to be following behind them.
Right. What could we do for an emergency signal without the telepathic bond? Because I'm I'm not gonna put Heckin in that position when they're not here to weigh in on it.
You want like a hand signal or like a verbal signal?
I want like a magically transmitted signal because I'm not gonna be close enough for either.
That's what the link is for.
Right. But we just established why that's okay. Thinking.
Out of character.
As a
You know
compromise for this, Heckin does not have to transmit everything that goes through. If you guys want to set it up so that Tyro and Lou have a safe word that can be transmitted to Heckin, you can do it that way.
Gonna be pineapple juice.
I was
gonna
about to say.
pineapples. Why are we sharing the brain cell?
It's my brain cell, give it back. Wait, no, we can't be sharing the same brain cell. I'm using all of them on making up questions so I want to go to the library.
You've
No,
reached my brain
We're
cell.
for it.
we're in this situation.
All right.
Roll for brain cell.
So, you have a way to give Tyro and Lou a safe word.
All right. That
Heckin
works.
absolutely would accept a safe word, whether or not they accept the play-by-play.
Yes.
That
Okay.
that works for me.
So, Tyra went and got a shower. Lou, are you going to go get a shower?
Yes.
Okay.
Got same shower?
Nah. She's
Nope.
gonna use her own private shower in her bedroom.
Okay, the big one.
Are you still in Tyronius's form throughout the day then?
Nah.
I was just gonna say, if you're with, did the clothes change as well, or was Tyronius wearing a dress?
Hieronius was definitely wearing a dress.
All right. So, you guys get clean and washed. Ready to go?
Yep. So the safe word is pineapple juice.
Oh my
Tyronius is
god.
going to put on his suit.
Yeah.
The emergency is emergency.
Listen, in between bouts of reading way too many Google Docs and Wikipedia articles, I heard exactly one thing to make a joke with. I'm sorry.
No, you chose the perfect time.
All right.
You're good.
So, Tyro and Tyra are about to leave.
No, Lou. I think Lou would take this endeavor
Seriously?
as Luke.
Okay. Cool. So, are you leaving in Tyro's form or not?
Nope.
Okay.
Just Luke and
Tyrannus
Tyro.
is
So,
Tyrannus is
Oh.
robed up and
okay.
not as inconspicuous as normal, but he is not in seeming. So
All right,
he's also gonna
Matilda,
trust
are you going to
Lou.
be going with, or are you going to stay here?
Oh, Matilda's going to go with. She's also going to buy a cheap pair of sunglasses and be wearing those.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a whole basket of sunglasses in the house somewhere.
Hold on.
I have a
hold on.
disguise kit that we can have somebody apply disguises onto us with.
Do you really think? What are you going to disguise me as? A tree?
A blonde.
Not Matilda, a different Goliath of a similar height. Listen, you
Are
just
we
had a
all-
You
growth
try
spurt.
and
You could be
find him.
anyone.
You try and find a Goliath of a similar height.
Raise his hand.
All right,
guess we're all
strip. We're
going
trading
to-
clothes.
Stake out. Okay. I guess we're all going to stake out the location. Is that what's happening now?
Can anyone find Zoya?
No.
Look,
No, but that's
Daniel,
normal.
what is your stealth?
24.
Fam, ain't no way.
to answer your question, Kier, I don't know what other people are doing. I just know I would feel horrible if I didn't do this and something bad happened.
Something bad is happening. He's getting laid.
I will put a muzzle on you. Shush.
That's gonna happen whether I want to or not.
All right.
No.
Well, Kier will go with Matilda because otherwise he's just gonna worry a rut into the ground pacing.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna do. So
Granak, are you going to go with?
this is easy.
Next,
Uh,
like,
Yeah. I'm gonna tag along and not strictly incognito, but be on the town so that we can respond faster.
Okay. Awesome. So Heckin will be with you guys as well. As you guys go back to the Mystic Quill, I'm going to go ahead and put you out in the city here.
I can see Zoya. Everything is going wrong in the world.
You guys make your way to the Mystic Quill. As you arrive, you are greeted once again. You understand that this is between Tyro and me, correct?
Luke gives a thumbs up and says, I figured I would take notes.
She looks
that
at
okay?
you. Roll a persuasion check, please, Lou.
Can I give her advantage by saying, "Oh, trust me, she wouldn't. She was very insistent."
I think he's
I
Luke
was-
right now.
Luke, can I give Luke? Can I give them inspiration? No, not inspiration. Advantage.
Them
Like
works.
going, yes.
Okay. Lou, your persuasion check with a 22. We're going to see what she thinks of this, because there's a chance you might be able to convince her, right? Let's
Nah.
just barely.
Hey.
She has to think about it.
She thinks about it for a moment. Well, it was you who recommended him. So I want to make sure he is performing appropriately and he's not forgetting anything. So you being here to keep him accountable is a good thing.
Luke nods very sagely, like completely serious look on his face.
Now, the rest of you, I'm going to ask you to please remain here in the lobby. Make yourselves comfortable,
go
but
in
do
this
not
building.
touch anything on the walls.
I was under the impression that Kier Matilda and Granach did not go in this building. We're just nearby.
You guys are nearby?
They're across the
We're
street in an
outside.
alley.
Okay,
Yeah, we're on the
Zoya.
town
Go
nearby.
inside.
understood.
I'm pretty sure Zoya followed in, but can she see through a 24?
Let's see. Can she see through a 24? My perception check is going to be a 26.
Wait, advantage?
Yes.
Where did she get the advantage from?
From being a
Everything.
Rakshasa.
Because she's a demon kitty.
She looks at you.
Wait, I still
You'll
have
have to
that Bardic.
You'll have to...
I'd
No,
used it
that's
tonight.
been far longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just walking here. So, you'll have to excuse us. We have enough. 3's company, but 4's a crowd.
4.
Hmm.
She points at Zoya. Please leave.
I
Okay.
didn't see you there. Hi.
Yeah, I tried not to say anything because it's just I'm used to it now.
All right. So, she comes up to Tyro. Now, Tyro, it's time. Are you ready?
Sure.
Or do you need to make
Let's-
any preparations?
No, I kind of winged it when I was with
You got this,
okay,
buddy.
hang on. One thing, and he's going to cast Mage Armor on himself just for a little extra protection.
She
don't-
smiles at you. Tyro, you know that doesn't work with me. Tyro, you will recall that she has greater magic resistance and is immune to those spells. She will ignore your mage armor.
Okay, so then he doesn't cast it, like...
Oh, you did cast it.
Oh yeah, okay. So... what am I going to do?
Well, I hope a great many things. As she traces your jawline with her finger.
I gotta ask, is it actually a human finger, or is like, can I feel the claw underneath it?
It feels like a human finger.
Huh. Take notes.
She
Okay.
smiles. Come with me. And she gestures. And she will escort you back to a bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Lou's coming with?
Is there like a little slot, like a little window I watch through, or?
Oh
is
no,
it,
you
like,
have to go in the bedroom.
Okay, just making sure. I was just making sure. Like, I don't know, like how her setup is. If it's the same as mine, different as mine. So
There is a
however
California
she has
king
it set
bed.
up.
There's a big California king bed. There's some chairs for getting dressed in. There's a vanity. And she's going to ask you to sit in the chair and mind your own business until you think you need to give Tyro some input.
God damn.
She's not even gonna, like Luke is not even gonna say anything. Just a thumbs up. Just sit quietly in the chair, notebook in hand.
All right. Tyro, I cannot go into the various things that you do in this area as we will fade to black upon Tyro.
Is Tyro black and blue when he comes out of it?
Tyro, are you black and blue, or how much did you manage to get done? Can I get your performance check, Tyro?
Can anybody give me
No.
inspiration?
Nope.
The only person
Okay.
who can give you assistance is Lucy.
I don't have proficiency in performance.
No, but you can give him the help action by reminding him how to do certain things.
Okay, then Luke would definitely, whisper things where he thought
Which we
might
don't need
be
to go
helpful.
into.
Read
No,
my
no.
chat, Lou. Read my chat.
You have to slap on the
All right.
Oh, let's
So Tyro with advantage, a 16. Tyro, you do not have inspiration, so we can't use that.
He can take
Oh, unless
mine
someone-
if he wants it.
Okay,
Do you want to use Lucy's? Because she's the only one who can help you.
sure. That's a 4,
But
that's a
even
16.
God can save you now.
All right, so 16. We're going to see, did you impress her? She's going to have a good time, Tyro, but she expected better. Lucy, roll an insight check, please.
Oh God, Lucy's gonna be here like, oh, he's a little stressed out.
Lucy, you will realize about halfway through the evening that Tyro needs some further assistance in the activities involved. Would you get involved, or would you let him do his own thing?
She would get involved. She can't have talked
Tyro's
him
more
up
of a
and then
hands-on.
he's failing at it. No, there's no way. This is her reputation too.
All right. So, Lucy, we can add your performance to Tyro's.
Go.
It's a paltry +3.
Okay.
Mine's a +2. Fucking do it.
Unless you roll an
Do I
at
just
one,
roll
you will
performance?
impress her.
Okay.
If you roll an at one, she will be unimpressed. All right. So between the two of you, you get a 32.
Yay.
And
Yay.
she will be impressed with the situation and everything the two of you managed to do. We did not need to go into details, but suffice it to say that it will easily be 6 a.m. before you guys are done.
Do I get the point of exhaustion?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Lucy, you do as well, as does she.
Take those.
You know what? We take those. Or in this case, she takes those.
Oh, she took more than that.
I know.
I think I have something here to help at my exhaustion levels. Please hold.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Tyro, in the morning, she rolls over, gives you a boop on the snoot, and says, "That was fun. Tyro, if you ever need my help, ask. I owe you
Okay.
one."
Do you mind if I ask a question just because I'm a sticky pig who keeps getting his mouth, whose mouth gets him into so much trouble?
Is this the favor, or is this just casual conversation?
Casual conversation / pillow talk.
Very well, ask. But I don't promise to answer.
Fair. Do you get to do this stuff often?
She smiles. Tyro, a lady doesn't talk about such things. As she
Looks
stands
immediately
up
at
away
Luke.
from the bed and the sheets drop, and she sachets away from you, and a long cat-like tail extends out the back end to cover up the naughty bits.
Sachet away. Hell yeah.
As
Oh,
that
God.
serpentine-like cattail swooshes, wherever she would reveal anything to you, it strategically places itself, Tyro. You won't get a glimpse of anything. This will all be PG. However, it could drift into PG-13 or R with just one artist's misslip of a brush. That tail is strategic and moves intentionally to certain areas to prevent your sight. She will put on a long robe. Now, Tyro, thank you for that. When you need me, call.
Maybe me.
Very well.
I owe you a favor. And I take it seriously.
Yeah, that's, I'm gonna be brutally honest. That's scary.
Well, I'm glad that I didn't scare you too much.
Yeah, the time you brought the full teeth out, that...
Tyro, because you mentioned that, there will be some bite marks all over you.
Oh, I expected it, dude!
Yep.
Why do you think he cast me? He tried mage armor.
Okay. So, she gestures.
Alright.
You're free to go.
Alright, take it easy. He's gonna pick up his clothes and, prestidigitate at least, certain parts of his body clean.
Okay. As you
And
do
then walk
so,
out.
she's going to walk by and draw her fingernail down your tail.
Eee!
She smiles at your discomfort. Lou, did you take Tyro's form or did you stay as Luke?
They probably say it as Luke.
Okay. You didn't pull the mystique and change forms constantly?
Was there a specific request?
I know,
I was
was
gonna
there a
say-
specific request? Like, if she would have
doesn't know.
obliged.
No.
Tyrannus was actually going to say, would have mentioned it during the night. So it's up to Rakshasa lady if she wanted to see it.
She would have tried. She would have tried double Tyro. If
Two
Luke was
hands.
up for it.
Then it would have happened canonically.
Okay.
For
There's
everybody
something-
out there,
There's something
That
about
means-
locking horns, etc. Yeah, you know.
something, go fuck yourself.
We don't need to talk about that. All right.
Okay.
So, you guys can leave the Mystic Quill and rejoin your friends outside. What have the people outside been doing?
Hopefully napping.
Zoya, how high are the roofs and how many potential nesting spots are
There
there?
are many nesting spots.
Zoya made a nest with her cloak and fell asleep in it.
Okay.
I think after the first 2 hours,
Yeah.
Kier might have suggested that everybody go home.
What I was gonna say is, Granok was gonna recommend like a bar or just a nearby restaurant or something that we could just hang out, order some cheap food for a while until they close, and then either go back or be on night rotation.
Okay. Awesome. So, most of you get a long rest.
Hooray!
However, Luke
Hooray.
and Tyro did not.
No.
Bless hooray.
Do you guys return to Lou's house?
Well, hang on. As soon as he steps out, he just gives he pulls Lou into a side hug and just kisses him on the head. You're wonderful, you know that. Thanks for saving my ass.
She
That's my
didn't.
job.
Saving, yes.
I mean, I saved
In
your
a manner.
liver.
In a manner of speaking, you handsome dork, get out of here.
Saved your liver,
Me-
slapped her ass. Two things can be real.
Yeah.
She tried to go for the liver the other way.
All right.
Alright, walking back.
Walking back to Lou's house. Lou, you come home, and you guys can speak your magic word before entering.
Daddy's home.
As you guys walk inside, what would you guys like to do?
Flop over on the couch.
Okay.
and
Yeah.
demand coffee.
Kier
I do
asks
sugar.
no questions.
Coffee and water.
I'm going to get out of this armor.
Can we go home?
Yeah.
I want to go to the library again.
Okay, we can go to the I'll go to the library with
Is that-
Granok.
Zoya should be fully rested.
Yep.
You guys need seeming.
No, we don't. Wait,
So-
yes, we do.
Take
Heckin
a
we
nice
do.
long rest.
Heckin can cast seeming on you guys.
Sweet. I will go to the library with Granok.
I will
Okay.
go to the library with Granok.
Understood?
I will.
You will stay home.
Luke and
I know.
Pyro take naps.
No, Tyrone is actually gonna be, if it's alright, like sleep right next to Lou. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, she's just on the couch, man.
Yep, flopped on.
All right.
Not flopped on, sorry. Yeah, go.
So, Granek and Matilda and Zoya are going to the library. Kier, would you stay with the worn out people, or would you go to the library?
No, I'll go to the library as the mute elf chick.
All right. Heckin is going to make sure that nothing happens to these two.
If Heckin gets
Uh.
close at all to Tyronius while he's sleeping, she gets pulled in or attempt to.
Nope.
He's
She
in a
would
cool
not.
mood.
I
Okay,
will
good.
request of Heckin before we leave if we can also get the mental link up so that Kier can communicate with us while we are
She will do
in the
that.
library.
Yep.
Just wanted it formally stated.
Got it. So, you guys go to
We've
the
gotten so
library.
much mileage out of these two spells.
What was that, Kier?
I was just saying, we've gotten so much mileage out of these two spells.
Hell
Yep.
yeah, brother.
Oh yeah,
All right.
the link's mint.
Where to next? As you guys come to the library.
All right. Gotta have a whole sticky note of things I want to start looking into while at the library.
All right, it's the Granok show, people. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
No. It was a lore episode. We all knew this was coming.
Well, especially when the very first thing on my sticky note has been the things that I haven't had information on since I started the character, and I have been looking. What can I learn on the Torfali in here? Specifically, their language is the main thing I'm looking for, but anything I can find is what I'm looking for.
You will not find any notes on their language.
Damn.
As far as about them, let's roll your investigation check.
Why is it always investigation?
Because you're looking for information.
Oh, my investigation's actually good. We're good. I ask for guidance / if anyone's got proficiency for assistance and
I got
helping me look
guidance.
for materials.
I got guidance, and if you need it, I got 5 flashes of insight, baby. I'm here to backseat.
Did anyone have investigation as a skill?
Sorry,
I
I'm
also
just
have
here to pick books off the really tall shelves.
No, okay. Just I wanted to know if I could
I
roll
also-
with advantage or not. So.
I also have investigation, so go ahead.
Oh, sweet, excellent.
I'm study buddy.
Win 13.
The illusion of advantage.
Right, and then roll 1d4. So
Do
23.
you want that flash of insight?
Yeah, this is kind of the main thing I want to find because it's like one of my character things.
All right, here
So
we'll
plus
say,
5.
did you try looking under the shelf? And plus 5.
All right.
So 28.
With the 28, you're going to go searching through books and lore, reference documents, etc., and you will find very few references about the Torfali. However, you will find a few. Specifically, there are entries about a Torfali by the name of Dreamshade, a member of the House of Flowers, and a powerful assassin.
I already forgot a lot of this. Made me something new. Okay.
Yep. As you investigate this, you're going to get some rumors. Not facts, but definite rumors of how the Torfali were exiled from their planet after the great dragon Zarud consumed it in his thirst for power over chronomancy. He wanted to control time, and the Torfali have the ability to travel forward and backwards in time as a racial trait of themselves.
What?
Yeah.
I actually already knew that part.
The Torfali are generally depicted as dark-skinned individuals with golden tattoos.
Already got that part.
They are well known to be influential, charismatic, and perceptive of their environments. They try, in general, the Torfali that have been researched generally have a perspective on the world that seems alien to some, but generally on the good side of things. As they directly oppose Zarud and seek to liberate Toivoa from his influence, they want to end Zarud for the long term. They have, in the past, assisted with the Longstriders Consortium in a temporary defeat of Zarud at the Chrononacrum, a conflux of temporal magic where certain timelines criss and cross. You may enter at one time and in the next room appear in another. The maze appears to be a chrononacrum, a chronal maze and chronal puzzle that shifts and turns depending on when people act and how often they do something. It's possible to be in the same room as someone else and not be able to see them because they are in a different timeline. It's quite a confusing place, and hundreds, if not thousands, of beings are said to be lost within the Chrononacrum. Potential futures and potential pasts shift together and are unpredictable within the place. Using the Chrononacrum for a reference of events is futile, as what happens within the Chrononacrum rarely matches what happens outside in what you would refer to as the real world. The chrononacrum is unlocked solely through the use of 3 pieces of a key. One piece refers to the past, allowing the user to teleport back to a saved point in time. Another allows you to shift forward, skipping time from seconds to years. And the third pauses time in a current space, allowing actions to be performed while time does not move. These forms of past, present, and future combine to allow the user of the key to enter the chrononacrum for whatever means. When they do this, the key is shattered, broken, and spread across the material plane and potentially other planes of existence. Collecting such pieces of a key can prove difficult as powerful entities covet them and attempt to collect them for themselves. After all, the ability to manipulate time is something that many creatures wish to be able to access. It's said that a team associated with a corn cob stand in the town of Nausea have recently come into possession of the 3 keys and have recently defeated the dragon Sagaeos.
Wait.
We're waiting.
No, you can keep going. I'm flabbergasting myself.
Okay. The team that has defeated the great dragon Sagaeos makes their headquarters in a future establishment, a restaurant of sorts, currently manned and operated by one Sea-Toad Cash.
Are we always one step behind them on everything?
Wait,
Toad
he
again.
changed his name?
Probably because he made a lot of money.
I cannot answer that question for you without going meta.
No, I mean, that was me screaming at
The train
the
wreck,
world.
yes.
Can you spell the name of the bad guy that you said a while ago?
Zarud? Yes.
Yeah, that one. Because I
Yeah,
keep
Zarud
spelling it like the
Sandstorm.
Pokemon name, and it's not that.
Boy, I've been
Cool.
thinking about it as the Pokemon this whole time.
Yeah, no, he's
I've
just
been
been a
thinking
grass
that-
dark monkey in my brain, and it was like, that's not right. I'm assuming it's a dragon.
I was thinking the Zarud Sandstorm, okay? I'm sorry.
Darude.
No, I know what I said.
Alright,
What else are we inspecting or researching?
making sure I got everything. I think I missed something at the beginning, so I'm trying to figure out if I did. Rumors of how they were exiled from their planet after. You said it was their leader was their Zarud, or who was it to them?
Zarud destroyed the planet.
Okay. And he was just like a force or a god or something?
If you go ahead and research that, you can roll a religion check.
I mean, yeah, now that I've got the name, I would. Religion.
With a 15, you will be able to research the information regarding Zarud as being recognized as the god of time. And you will also get the name of his chosen, which is Saros. A dragonborn paladin that carries the claw of Zarud, which is a great sword.
Alright. For their planet. This is the consortium with helping him defeat the Chrono. That word. Alright, I think I'm good on that one.
Okay.
So the next thing on the sticky note was Sky Steel. I wanted to look into Sky Steel because of the
Okay.
dagger.
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
And then 4. 26.
26. 26 sky steel is generated from rare meteorites. Not every meteorite can be converted into sky steel, but certain ones are said to fall from the heavens and impact Toivoa. These rare metallurgical items are said to be infused with the tears of dragons. The sky steel itself is difficult to forge, but very pretty and valuable. It's considered to be a rarity and something to be treasured. There are many sky steel artifacts that are out there, but very few of them are magical in nature, having to be imbued by very powerful crafters and enchanters.
Okay. Next was gonna be about the gods we just got the names of.
Okay.
Morzithis and.
You will not find anything on Morzithis here.
Okay.
That was impossible to find information on.
I assumed, but I'm still gonna look at because I'm here.
Sure.
I got one chance, one shot, one opportunity. Rithabaugh?
Ritrava?
Yeah, that one.
As you look for Ritrava's information, you're able to find various accounts about Ritrava in ancient history. He's been inactive for many, many years, but it's always referenced as having a harbinger that appears before his arrival. The harbinger ranges from species, gender, and traits completely, but generally is someone who is influential in the town. This person typically is corrupted by dreams that Ritrava fills their minds with, and warns the city through this individual. People tend to flee the area or fall into deep sleeps. When this happens, Ritrava strikes and consumes the unwilling, those who wander in or are unaware are likely to fall under his spell and will walk gladly into the sea to be consumed by the god. It's a horrible death because they delight in performing their own suicides.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
Okay. Done. Sky Islands.
Okay, there is tons of information about Sky Islands. Way too much to discuss here, but the basics of it is long ago, before the Great War, Sky Islands were numerous and manned by flying creatures. These islands were generally considered to be oppressive to the ground dwellers and viewed as elite areas. They were typically controlled by either celestials, dragons, flying creatures such as coatls or fiends. Creatures that could fly allowed themselves to take dominion over these grounds, and the islands themselves were levitated by a series of 3 bounding shards. More could be applied, of course, to ensure stability of the Sky Island. One specific Sky Island is recorded as to how it was destroyed. The legend has it that the House of Flowers attacked the lair of Orthrixian, Lord of the Skies. With a assault team, they managed to destroy most of the bounding shards of Akru and caused it to collapse in the northwestern section of Shu. It's laid there beneath the mountains for thousands of years, waiting to be discovered. It said that Orthrixien was buried beneath a second sky island that collapsed upon the first. The attempt was made by the House of Flowers to crush the dragon. However, rumor has it that occasionally rumbles from beneath the ground indicate that the dragon may have survived. Who knows?
I got lost in the sauce because my stupid document auto-corrected your person's name to some stupid word.
Okay.
The House of Flowers attacked the layer of him, and that I lost it from there.
They caused a second sky island to fall upon the first, attempting to crush Orthrixien in order to kill him. But there is rumors and rumblings beneath the ground in the area that would indicate that Orthrixien may have survived. You will see that there are some notes in the book here that are scrawled in the margins, and they are all signed with the letter X. You don't know what that means, but it is in a draconic hand.
Okay, you said that was in the what part of Shu?
The northwestern part of Shu. In fact, I can go ahead and pull up a map for you.
And can you spell the actual guy's name after that as well,
Orthrixien?
please?
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
1 second. So what we're talking about is right here.
There, Shu. Okay.
So right there is where Akru
Yeah.
is. Okay. And then I will get you back to the Grand Library of Shadow Shaddai. Second. And I will put Orthrixien's name in the chat for you guys. Orthrixien, Lord of the Skies. There you go. And ruler of Akru. One thing you will see, and I need to go ahead and do this. 1 second. I did not expect us to do this, so I have to go and get something for you because you did it very well in your research. I need to go and collect a handout for you from another campaign because you'll recognize that there's something interesting amongst the notes that are in the margins. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just. What was this other one you gave me? Ruler of
Akru?
Akru?
Akru is the name of the Sky Island.
Got it. That was the part I missed in there.
Yes, sir. Handouts. Here we go. Here we go. In the margins, and we'll just go ahead and put that up there for you guys. In the margins there, I need to go ahead and put that here. This will be in your handouts for later. You will see this in the margins.
We can finally do. Yes.
Okay. So as you have that, we're going to go ahead and let you guys sit here and study and stew on this. And we'll come back next week to continue the exploration of what's going on in the area and your next steps forward or away here on the Friday Night Lights. As always, guys, thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM. There's a ton of amazing ones out there, and I'm always thankful you choose me to be yours. Check out the Patreon over at patreon.com/GMEric. We got a lot of fun stuff on there. Check out the new dice that we are now selling over at gameric.com, right on the front page. Those do come with the dice box, and it's a metal dice
So
box
excited
with
for
a
mine.
foam insert. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, and we will catch you guys later.